Hello and welcome to Filling It Reading the News, episode number 151 in the chat. There's TC. Hello, TC. He's back to being a
Hello,
squirrel again.
TC.
Back to being a squirrel. It's always good to know. Wait for fucking things to load. Come on. I should really this process should really be slimlined. Man sees Apple because iPhone made him gay and got my boyfriend. The Russian says an app led him to trying same-sex relationships and getting old and getting a boyfriend. Now he wants £12,000. Hello, Mandy. Mandy, you have the link to the stream if you want to come on. A man is suing Apple, claiming an iPhone app turned him gay, leading him to getting a boyfriend. The Russian lost a legal battle for 1 million rupees, £12,000, after an experience with a cryptocurrency gay coin. He said the change in his sexuality claim after receiving a payment with the currency.
I'm going to have to say this again. I don't know what gay coin looks like, but I'm pretty sure it is fabulous.
You still say that too well.
Someone clip that. That needs to be clipped.
You can either get it from this one or Blind Girls Last Night.
I think I'm going to get to this one. It's only 3 minutes in.
Who are you talking to?
Let's see. This is a Opinionated Scotsman, Pumpkin Trucker. We got TC and Mandy in chat.
I'm scared of snakes.
Oh, well, the TC and Mandy didn't know that until now. I should have muted myself, shouldn't I?
No, it's funny. It's funny. Keep going.
The bottle of Sprite's going to go to your butt. And it will fit, too.
That's not my fault you have bad plumbing.
It's your fault because you wait 2 days to take a shit.
What do you mean, wait?
When's the last time you took your last?
This is
I don't know.
this is good. This is good.
What the doctor said? Your butthole's going to be stretched out so bad that you're not going to be able to hold yourself when you get old. You'll be shitting yourself when you're 60.
Too late. He's already doing it now.
Pumpkin Trucker wants to point out, too late, I've already shat myself on screen.
If it's not possible, can you please get your mum as a guest on stream one day?
I gotta work on that too, yeah.
I'll be back.
You killed Trucker. He's laughing.
Yeah, if it's ever possible, can we get your mum as a guest on stream one day?
They want to get you as a guest on stream one day.
Oh, please.
That's a good question. We'll have to figure that out later. Aren't you supposed to be cooking?
Oh, man. Anyway, to be honest, this was supposed to be the hilarity, but I don't think that can be topped now. I can handle the hilarity we need in this stream. That's only 5 minutes in.
That's it. We're done.
That payment came in with a note reading, "Don't judge until you try." According to the Moscow Times, he wrote in his submission, "I thought indeed, how can I judge someone without trying it? How can I judge someone without trying it?" And indeed, decided to try same-sex relationships. What? I can say after the process of 2 months, I am married within an intimacy with any member of my own sex and can't get out. He went on, I have a steady boyfriend and don't know how to explain it to my parents. After receiving the aforementioned message, my life has changed for the worse and I'll never be normal again. Here's the thing, he's in Russia, so he's fucked. Russians don't generally have a good attitude when it comes to gay people. Mother son love. Yep.
Well, the thing is, when it boils down to it, it's not so much Apple. I mean, if there's anything, if he was to sue somebody, he'd be better off. He might have been better off suing the app itself. But then on top of that, what the hell do you expect by a crypto app called Gaycoin?
Yeah, I would have just expected it was some cryptocurrency made by some gay guy or something. But then again, I guess I would say it's the creator of the app's fault, but really it's not because nobody forced him into this. He
Well,
did this on
the
his own
first-
volition.
Well, the first couple times it did have to be forced, but after a while you get used to it. I'll shut up now because I'm saying way too much.
And clearly, if he enjoys it, he must have been gay to begin with, or at least bisexual.
My only advice to him is always use lube.
How would you know?
What do you mean how? Lube is always good to use.
What do you use when you wank, is it? Lube.
If you don't use lube when you wank, you'll end up giving yourself a rug burn or friction burn. Not good.
How often do you wank?
About once a day. I know I need to cut back.
I'm assuming some films are making me straight. Small world. His lawyer, Foreign, claimed Apple had responsibility for their programs despite the experience taking place for a third-party app. 2, sometimes 3 a day.
Proof or didn't happen.
Okay, Ink.
Anyway,
You know, to be fair, Ink, I'm the same. Which I accept I really need to cut down. What is wrong with you two, Mandy? What's right with us? Is the question. What's right with anyone here and in the chat? Like, there's nobody. Nobody, right? And your thank you, Streamlabs, for shielding the Streamlabs, which said I was being fun there.
Mandy, wanking is a good hobby.
I just think I need to cut down. It's a bit excessive. Anyway. A responsibility for their programs despite the experience taking place for a third party app. The case was registered on the 20th of September in Moscow and is due to be heard on October the 17th. Although same-sex activity between adults was decriminalized in Russia in 1993, LGBT people still face widespread discrimination in the country. Stress relief, and it releases the sleepy chemicals which all of us need. Yeah, that is why going to sleep before a wank is always good. Not going to sleep after a wank. So yeah, anyway, moving on. To other articles and stuff.
let's.
Edinburgh Clubber wakes up more than 100 miles away after drunken £100 Uber ride. Joseph Fergie was woken up by taxi driver in Kirkbride, right? Despite as he tried to get home from Leith on a boozy night out at the ATIK nightclub in Edinburgh. Clubber had the night out to forget after ending up more than 100 miles away from home when he fell asleep in a taxi. Joseph Fergie had enjoyed the night out in ATIK nightclub in Edinburgh on Friday, and when he decided to get a taxi back to his home in Leith. After drunkenly ordering a Uber to pick him up after the club shut in the early hours, the 20-year-old somehow fell asleep inside the cab. The taxi driver woke up the call center. woke up the call center worker from his post-drink slumber at 8:30 a.m. to alert him he had arrived at his chosen destination. We should tie me to a tree, then chainsaw the tree down at the point when he's tied to. Cryptic, I think you're running out of ideas.
Oh, it depends on what part of the trees. It's Cryptic.
Ooh, I just thought of a better one. Do you know what a stump grinder is?
No.
It's basically a disc that is designed to go cut the stump down to below ground level.
It's a buzzsaw that's designed to work under dirt.
Just tie you to a stump and then use the stump grinder. Excellent mulch.
And Cryptic, couldn't you just use the chainsaw to chop my head off? Wouldn't that make it quicker?
Oh,
You'd
you
say
want it quick?
You would save a lot less time doing that. No, he wants to tie me to a tree, then he wants to chainsaw that tree down, and then the tree crushes me to death. But I feel like you could just use the train. You could use the chain. Yeah, but here's the thing: if you're cutting my head off with a chainsaw, that would still cause pain.
Less if you started at the back.
How about if you do one of those things where, like you do on the old Looney Tunes cartoons, where you bend a tree over, tie like his ankle to a rope and then just let it go, and it's like the old cartoons, just whap 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 whap.
Mandy, I have a
me.
toilet controlled by phone, so it's not even always my choice that I'm coming. Okay, now. I woke up still
I'm not
drunk.
going to say that.
What?
Nothing. I'm not going to say what I just thought.
Probably.
Fortunately, I asked my wife the other day, "How come you never tell me when you come?" She said she didn't want to bother me at work. Fuck.
I still woke up. I woke up still drunk when I saw sheep gigging about in the countryside. I thought the guy had taken me to Musselburgh. He soon woke up to discover he ended up in Dumfries in Galilee, more than 100 miles from his home.
Is that grounds for kidnapping?
No,
Like you're paying to be kidnapped?
he fell asleep.
No, because he was willing to be in the car the whole time.
But then you think he would have told the driver of the Uber to tell him where he was going to.
Well, going by the whole Me Too logic, once you fall asleep, you're no longer consenting.
And here's the thing: you'd think he would have told the Uber driver where he was going. So he said he wanted to go to this place. So as soon as he got to this place, they could have just woken him up. Had he fallen asleep?
The thing is, this is not a new thing. Cappy's been doing this shit to drunks for decades. I mean, why the hell is it a news story now?
They'll go all the way uptown, then back downtown when the actual location you need to go is a block away.
I've seen worse though. I think I remember seeing one where some guy ended up waking up in France.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Hello, Red Feather.
That sounds like the worst place. Just waking up in France. That's just not good.
No. Why can't we leave Scully alone? The TC, I don't know. Joseph Turner sending a snapshot of his location to his pals. We're quick to see the funny snap is what he described as the strangest day of his life. I ended up telling my pals about the situation. They just burst out laughing. They couldn't believe what happened. He then faced a frantic search Found transport as his phone and battery was close to running out of charge. After transferring from several buses and trains, the 20-year-old managed to make it back to Edinburgh around 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, more than 12 hours after the club shut its doors. But his calamitous taxi ride failed to put a damper on his weekend. I confirmed he'll still be heading north out on Saturday night despite being more than £400 later. He said, I'm still trying to use
I can't afford to lose 400 pounds, then I'd be like negative weight. I don't know how that would work.
it's currency.
Same thing.
No, currency and weight.
I'd be negative currency too because I don't have any pounds.
It works out to be about $500. It works out to be about $550 there, Thunder.
If I had that, I would definitely have a new computer. As long as there were no bills to be paid.
Red Feather, I'm doing not bad amongst yourself. Still trying to piece together exactly what happened last night, and I'm chatting with Faber to see if they can help in any way. I'd never heard of Kirk Cobright before. Last night, and I doubt I'll ever forget it now. That's what when you wake up in like some random village somewhere in the middle of somewhere miles away from where you're supposed to be. If I'd want to get a new lawnmower, I'm pretty sure so would Green Thunder, wouldn't you?
No, I'm fine with the lawnmower that acts up all the time. It has personality.
Yeah, I guess.
So did Christine.
I guess it gives you something to do. Mandy wants Cryptic to send nudes. Why? Well,
She's in love with Thunder. She was at, oh, fuck me.
I'd rather
No, thank you.
Ow.
I'm doing okay.
She said a bump that Dan made launched me out of my seat. Jesus.
I'm doing
Anyway,
like,
Mandy was
By the
just
way,
on my
I'm
chat
doing
earlier
well.
asking Thunder to marry her.
I know that.
I don't know what 90 is in normal currency. Sorry, Green Thunder. On you go. Were you going to say that, Green Thunder?
Oh, I was saying I know. I said Mandy will have to figure out how to get up here.
To get off where?
Up
Hey,
to
Red
my
Feather, come on
state
up to
for me to
Pennsylvania.
marry her.
Come on up to Pennsylvania, Red Feather. It's 67. Woohoo.
Yeah, who doesn't have a thing for Green Thunder? Everyone except you. Mine is an old ass John Deere, and now we think Star Solid fucked up big good time. That's not good then, is it?
Nope.
Whatever. Fucking hell, come on. Where the fucking hell's that story? Fuck's sake. This is why I should just. There we go, there it is. Time for a story of a peaceful and tolerant religion that should be respected at all times and not questioned. A Jewish boy forced to kiss another boy's feet or face a beating.
Hey, Feather, I grew up in Maryland. I moved to Virginia for one reason and one reason only. It wasn't Maryland. Hee
And this is the horrifying moment a Jewish boy was made to kiss the shoes of a fellow schoolboy in an anti-Semitic incident that has caused outrage.
Okay, that's
the
fucked
boy
up.
was told that if he did not do it, he'd be beaten up by 9 other children in a park in Melbourne, Australia. Following the incident, the boy told his mother, "Mommy, you shouldn't love me. I'm worthless. I'm a Jewish rodent. I'm vermin." She said he was also called a dirty Jew and a Jewish cockroach.
That's very South Park.
And the story disgusting. Yeah, it gets worse as well because it's something they didn't actually put in the headline, which if it was anyone else, they would have done. Mother said, I grew up with Holocaust survivors. I used to go to the synagogue with my uncle, who was a Holocaust survivor, and those were the words. Those were the words, literally, he was haunted with when he was 5. He was picked up by a group of other boys around a similar age, and the victim's mother has spoken to the parents of the boy, who says she is Muslim. Of course. Why was it in the headline? Why did the Metro decide to detract that from the headline?
Because religion of peace.
If this had been any other religion, if this had been like, if this had been a white supremacist who'd done this, it'd be in the headline. They were a white supremacist.
Well, that's for sure.
If it was a Christian who'd done it, it would be. If someone had done this to, if a Christian had done this to a Muslim, it'd be in the headline that it was a Christian that done it to a Muslim. So why are they rejecting? So why are they changing the headline?
Ooh, food.
And we sat down as parents, the 2 boys and myself, around the table and explained the philosophy of the bullying and what it has meant to us as parents as far as building bridges between Jews and Muslims in society and not creating division like that photo does. An Asian penis needs to be someone else. Even though he's still going to be on stream, he'll just be muted, won't he? Somehow.
God damn.
Left him in there as a life of his own.
Damn. Sorry.
Well,
I just saw a vampire picture. I just saw a very good looking vampire. Anyway.
Anyway, you're going to be Twilight. However, she responded. However, when she reported the incident to the boys' school, she was told it did not happen on school grounds and it was not their responsibility. Well, I can kind of understand that. The mother said, I took such offense to the education department because there was nothing they did to protect my son at all at any point. That's what's cut me up. She said that he'd also been bullied in the bathroom at school, but he was told he should use another bathroom and said, well, that's not. And Red Feather wants to know if it was it Elvira?
Nah. No, but Elvira definitely had her place in the day, too.
And then refused to accept there was an anti-Semitic issue. It's not anti-Semitic, it's just bullying. Well, no, it clearly is, because they're saying that he's scum because he's Jewish and they're making him kiss his feet because you're a Muslim and therefore you think you're somehow superior. Principal says, I don't want to make other students feel uncomfortable. In another incident, a 5-year-old boy was mocked so much for being circumcised that he wet himself rather than use the toilet. That doesn't make sense though. How the fucking hell how would that even? I'm confused now because it must have been older kids that must have done that because how's a bunch of 5 and 6-year-olds going to know what circumcision is? I mean,
good question.
Because when I was 5, I wouldn't know that. When I was 5, another kid came up to me and said, like, I'm circumcised, or whatever. I would be like, what was that? I would have no idea. So I don't know how they somehow. No one. Yeah, the mum said in a statement after the incident, while school staff weren't able to sustain any further interactions were anti-Semitic in nature. Any negative interactions were anti-Semitic in nature on the basis of those investigations. Still have identified an incident involving children laughing at the boy. This was not acceptable. This was not acceptable and would have been an unpleasant experience for the boy. I'm sorry this occurred. Well, schooling they are teaching sex ed to very young children in some places these days. Yeah, sadly they are. They're very ladylike and tasteful, which cannot be said for any of the women in my chat. I'm not lying. But before you get upset about that, you literally talked about your wank. You literally talked about how often you masturbate a day. I don't mind it, but you know, you're trying to say if any of you are trying to say you're a lady after that, I don't think you'll. Chairman of Australia's Anti-Defamation Commission, Dr. Devar Abramovich, told Mail Online this is the stain on Victoria's education system. never long endure. Bullying and harassment of Jewish students in public schools deeply embedded the virus that is reaching fever pitch and should alarm us all. We're gradually reaching the point of no return. Okay, I don't know much about it, but I'm pretty sure you're exaggerating what's there. I don't think this is a serious problem. I don't think this is as big a problem as you're making it out to be. In 2019, Jewish peoples are subjected to violence, verbal taunt, bigoted jokes, social exclusion, demeaning text messages, and malicious Facebook posts is heartbreaking. These kids are sickened and traumatized. Too often parents are shamed. The anti-Semitic abuse will escalate if they notify the school, since their child will become an even bigger target. ACDL sounds very unwilling to work with the Victorian government to deal with the sad phenomenon. I noticed they didn't say anything about the religion itself. They just pretty bypassed that. Of course they did.
Yeah. Well, at least they did mention it.
Yeah, briefly, but they didn't.
It's not like the religion teaches that you should teach the people that aren't in your religion less than human. Oh wait, it does.
Can neither confirm nor deny. So they're saying young children are neo-Nazis. Some of them, yes. Or the Australian school system is neo-Nazis. I don't know which one. Either way, though, it's not particularly good. Anyway, whatever. No, actually, that's a bit boring. Dude. Oh my god. Gotta find a fucking. Do
you not have them like organized in a bookmark?
I have them all in one place, but trying to think which one to read is harder than you think it is.
It was really hard. That's why I stopped doing it.
Yeah, we carry on. I believe children are our future and they're Nazis. Incredible snaps to a tiling worker and spear faces with swords and spikes in the name of vegetarianism. The result images were taken at the annual festival in Phuket, where devotees carry out a number of alarming acts on themselves. They just why? Just fucking why? They're in the world, they're Nazis. Why does Coke taste so much better from a glass bottle? I don't know.
Because glass is best.
So I was going to leave that image on the screen for a while. Right, now we got nothing. I disavow what's going on in my chat right now. I know Vegas, I have no control. Been co-opted. Because glass doesn't contaminate like the aluminium. My toy collection suggests that too. And that's for you, Green Thunder.
Glass is such a beautiful material. It does become interesting to work with if you're building something, because unlike wood or steel that give you a warning that it's fixing to exceed its limit, glass just goes, no, fuck this, and shatters.
Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
He's not wrong.
Right, how many nights this fucking guy got on his face? Right, let's see. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's like 6 or 7 knives in his face. Just why?
Well, are you counting?
Because he couldn't fit 10?
Are you counting the saw blade as a knife? That copper saw blade, or
Yeah, but even
copper
still.
stone.
Yeah, I'm counting that as a knife, and I'm also counting the samurai sword as a knife as well, and the pliers, and the shears.
That is a nice sword, though.
I just want to know why. Why would you? These pictures are religious devotees taking a number of objects for their faith and all in the name of vegetarianism. What do the swords have to do with being vegetarian, though? I have no idea. It looks like a hacksaw blade. I think it is a hacksaw blade.
Yeah, I think it is.
The bizarre images were taken at an annual vegetarian festival in Phuket, Thailand, known as the Nine Emperor Gods Festival, where people cut themselves with swords, sharp skewers for their cheeks, and a number of other alarming acts. I guess it's because they're protesting animals being slaughtered for meat, so I assume that they're putting themselves through pain because the animals feel pain or something, I guess. That's the only kind of rationale I can think of this.
Yeah, I could see that.
He should just put a table saw in there. Yeah, years have gone by. I've seen items like shovels, bikes, and even machine guns stuck through the lips, cheeks, and tongues of those involved. Just fucking why? I tried IT to solve it. It was just as weird with the rest worshipping 2 badminton rackets through his cheeks, and his cheeks through his mouth. Let's see the guy out of there. Aluminium. And Mandy, don't question me on it because I'm saying it properly. Well, I agree with the animal sheepmen, but I bet they cut their heads off. They don't feel any different. They don't feel much. No, not unless it's halal meat. No. I think they feel differently than we do. Because Mandy shouldn't, because Mandy was technically born over here.
My thoughts about these people is they don't realize the meat's supposed to be dead before you put it on a kebab.
Yep. So how the hell do you even get that for your how? Just how?
Practice and skill. Also, I have no clue.
Like, surely she must have just got a hole in her cheek before doing that, because otherwise, how would you have done that? Unless like a blade on the end of that or something. I don't know. But how would you have done that? Speaking of kebabs, there's a guy with fucking skewers through his face.
Dude, that true.
They've been doing it. They've been doing it a while.
He's gonna trip and fall and rip his face off.
Oh, that would be his own fault. This is just excessive. This is like what? 1, 2, 8 knives. 8 knives. What's the difference between police and constable? They're spelled differently. I assume there probably is some weird difference, but as far as I know, they're the same. There's some weird guy with 8 knives in his fucking face. How do these people not just how?
I wonder if that's how they sell them. Like, that's how they're walking around and selling knives around over there.
I don't know. Most of these people have been doing it for so long. I wouldn't doubt it if it was something like gauging your ear.
They must have like some big gaping hole in their cheek or something.
Yeah.
He looks like the game for Kerplunk. Yeah, he does. You've heard of killer tomatoes. Killer celery is worse. Our policemen have guns. So see, the women's ones aren't that bad, but the men's are just they take it to a whole other level.
Obviously, men have to do it better than the females. Jeez, do you want to be shown up by a female?
This is just one of many reasons why women live longer than men.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree.
Like,
men are definitely pretty much stupider of the species when it comes to doing random shit.
yeah, men are more impulsive. So like, that guy looks like he belongs in like he belongs in a home somewhere. He's not right in the head, that guy. Look at him.
None of them are.
Service. Dirty love.
What
Look,
the
it's
fuck
a head on a
is
pipe.
that a mop? Is that a mop where someone just put some head of a god on or something?
I don't know, but I guess that's how you get 2 heads on 1 pipe.
That's not even, yeah, that's a mop. I call bullshit. I don't think that's real. No, I think it is real. What the hell even was that?
I don't know.
Also, like, share, and subscribe. We need more viewers here. Anyway, speaking of vegans, we have another vegan story somewhere. I can find it. Because we've lost it now.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm sure you've heard of Extinction Rebellion.
Oh, are we going to talk about that? Like them squirting red liquid everywhere?
No, I'm sure you've heard of Extinction Rebellion. Well, there's a new one. Animal Rebellion. What the fuck is wrong with the tennis rackets? Do they kill animals with those tennis rackets? No, they're badminton rackets. That's what they are. Hey, what the fuck is that? I have no idea. Militant vegans plot to shut down London markets and government in a bid to force all Brits to give up meat, dairy, and fish. So
If you said meat and dairy, I may go, okay, whatever. But fish, I'm like, that doesn't count as anything. Who gives a shit about what a fish thinks?
These people clearly do. Fish are friends, not food. and I'm not Bruce. So yeah, basically what they've done here is I think they've taken. They thought, oh, Extinction Rebellion is a good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy ourselves. We're going to copy that and just call ourselves Animal Rebellion. And just sit around doing nothing unless you protest, is it? How do you know animals don't want to die?
There is that one bridge that dogs just randomly commit suicide on.
I
It's
heard of
real
that. I don't believe it though. Dogs don't have the cognitive ability to commit suicide. Dogs don't understand that life can end at some point, and that's what you need to have in order to commit suicide. Some animals do. I think elephants do. Elephants can understand that things will die at some point.
Elephants are smart as hell.
In fact, actually, elephants can actually recognize themselves in the mirror. Actually, so can chimpanzees. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, militant vegans. Ain't nobody scared of a vegan. Well, until they fart, and then you run away from them. What are you going to do, assholes? Eat my lettuce. Militant vegans are planning a campaign of direct action as a way of forcing government to ban everyone from meat eating, from eating meat, fish, and dairy products. The group known as Animal Rebellion hoped to shut down the government, to shut down London markets and the government ministry as part of what they say is a people's revolution in the next 2 weeks. Basically,
I like how in this context, fish don't count as meat.
yeah, fish don't usually count as meat. It's pretty common for fish not to be counted as meat.
Which is why no one cares.
Yeah, even a lot of vegans will still eat fish. So yeah, like I said earlier, they took the idea of they took what Extinction Rebellion done and just basically they're just doing that, aren't they? Anyway, around 24 men and women are said to have formulated their plan during a meeting of the group in a disused office building in central Newcastle recently. Its members hope to bring thousands of supporters out on the streets across the UK and cause a major disruption to the country's food supplies, the Daily Mail reports. And those taking part being prepared to be arrested. So basically, you're just making people's jobs harder. Is what you're doing there. Okay, we should eat them. It's got easy other white meat. Yeah, do you think fish don't count as meat because Jesus was a fisherman? I don't know.
Jesus was a carpenter, but some of the prophets or not prophets, but apostles or whatever were fishermen.
Well, his stepdad was a carpenter.
Ice cream time!
And hello, Turkey.
You
Well,
No,
Joseph was
why?
a carpenter. I don't think Jesus was he?
No, they referred to as Jesus as a carpenter.
I don't know. Technically, Joseph was the first cock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jesus was born. The star stood in one place. You know, they're telling him about it. You know, since he was old enough, old Mary sent him down and said, you know, when you were born, stars stood in one place and everything aligned, and wise men came and brought you gifts because they all knew you were sent here by God to do great things. You know, everybody except old Joseph. He's wandering around going, "Yeah, you better be the son of God."
Um,
Yeah.
depending on the translation, he either is the son of God or God. It's kind of weird and confusing.
It's not that confusing. If you're thinking about the difference between most Christian religions and catechism, Father, Son, the Holy Ghost is all actually the same thing.
And then apparently he wasn't even a son of God. Apparently he was a prophet to Islam, and then he betrayed Islam
Yeah.
or something
Well,
like that.
even in and of itself, hell, look at if you think Joseph. If you want to say Joseph was a cuck, holy shit, look at Jesus himself. Jesus Christ! I mean, come on, he married Mary Magdalene. You know,
Who marries a hooker?
a cuck.
Exactly.
Well, he got it from his stepdad, clearly. Cryptic, you don't attract everything you would.
Well, you know that's one thing. At least I'll say difference between say like one thing I never understand about that the whole yourself. You get the whole 72 versions. I don't want 72 virgins. I just want a couple of slutty broads who know what the hell they're doing.
So they martyr themselves and then have to spend the rest of eternity teaching a bunch of chicks how to work the shaft. Does not sound like my ideal of eternity or bliss.
Anyway, back to the news story. One speaker at the meeting is quoted by the paper as saying, "It doesn't matter if you're the nice one who doesn't want to get arrested, or you're at the front. That everyone goes down there to London has to be aware of that and make sure it's not going to be stopped by a few people getting pulled away by the police. Islam is the I'm a hoe. Get on my ass and no cryptic. Islam is the dark sandy meat. Slutty broads, that mate. That sounds like what I live. Fucking Windows crashing on me cause discrimination. Yeah, Windows is racist, isn't it? Or
Yep.
go fucking rake me a plot of land to plant something. Slutty broads aren't tight though. It's claimed that Animal Rebellion is an extremist faction of the eco-protesters called Extinction Rebellion, although it's not known if there's any link between the groups.
Red Feather, there's 2 other openings to work on too.
Come on, we all fucking know that we all fucking know they're the same thing. It's the same people. Extinction Rebellion eco warriors managed to cover themselves in fake blood as they tried to use a fire engine to cover the tragedy in fake blood on Thursday. And the publicity stunt, though, went badly wrong. When the bundling activists misjudged the pressure of the fire hose and covered themselves in the red liquid. Protesters of the eco group are hoping to attract 20,000 activists to London next week as part of a protest against what they see as a government inaction over the issue of climate change. They hope to blockade the city airport and close roads around Westminster. So they're doing the same thing. All right, my little nigga.
So they complain because of animals, us killing animals, but the problem is they want to go to all plant-based stuff. What happens when the animals are overpopulated and start destroying the crops?
Well, then you're fucked, then, aren't you?
Well, obviously you can't kill the animals. I can tell you a fair bit of the corn back in the field gets destroyed by deer.
Yeah, but is that deer eating it though, or deer trampling over it?
Both.
The Animal Rebellion members are plotting to occupy both Smithfield and Billingsgate markets, where London's restaurants and takeaways source their meat and fish. Yeah, they're doing the same thing. It's the same fucking people, isn't it? And I refuse to believe these aren't the same people. And they're also believed to be wanting a blockade of the Department of Food and Rural Affairs, as well as facilities belonging to Cargill and JPS, two of the UK's largest meat firms next week. He has also thought they want to target the officers of Red Tractor. The insurance scheme that certifies British meat has been responsibly sourced. I wonder if they ever consider how many plants die to make their shitty clothing.
I'd actually have to assume very little red feather. You see that woman's? I mean, that one woman's jacket. That's just polyester. Ugh. That's plastic.
Oh man, I didn't use the hard R. That's just my accent. Sometimes I can't pronounce the words differently. Nigga and nigger just sound the same when it comes to my accent. Yeah, members of the Newcastle group Animal Rebellion are said to have been trained in what to do during a protest to avoid more serious criminal charges. Department of Food and Rural Affairs. Yeah, British government's weird. The main speaker of the meeting is identified as Jane Shredgate, 52 by the paper, told the gathering for a blockade of an obstacle of the highway, the police can only hold you for 24 hours. They're going to put you away for 24 hours, release you, and then it will go to court several months later. Usually you'll get a couple of £100 in fines and a smack on the wrist. And maybe a restraining order if you've done it a few times. In terms of where you can go and where you can't go. Who's naming the departments? I don't know. Do you go even more Scottish when you say there's been a murder? After the pep talk, the group then are said to have done a series of role-playing games on how to act and behave with police during their non-violent direct action. Tasks included refusing to comment to questions from the police and to make the body go limp if officers tried to arrest them. And the agencies over there named the exact opposite of what they really do, like here in the US. No, because the Department of Foods and Rural Affairs, I assume, actually works on foods, so it does kind of what its job is supposed to. I don't know what the Real Affairs thing is all about, though. Animal Rebellion is a relatively new group, thought to have been formed in June when representatives of 20 animal rights groups, including the Vegan Society, PETA. Really? PETA being the ones complaining about animals being killed. Fucking irony.
But killing them themselves.
Exactly. And Vegans Viva, met to discuss the campaign of non-violent civil disobedience that would force the government to end the industries of animal agriculture and fishing and lead a transition to a sustainable, just plant-based food system by forcing everyone else to believe in their ways. Yes, okay. And the group was then registered with Companies House. His two directors, Dan Kidby, 27, he described himself as a pro-intersectional vegan anarchist. Of course you are. Although I feel like being intersectional and being an anarchist don't conflict with each other. There's no confliction there whatsoever. Mark Westcombe, a 49-year-old lecturer at Lancaster University, was listed as a Green Party local election candidate. The vegans want to take our meats and cheeses and throw them into a party wagon. Have you seen those videos of people eating bugs? It's fucking disgusting. No, I'm pretty sure bugs would count it. I don't think you're allowed to eat bugs. I know in China they eat bugs.
Well, I don't know about over in England, but there is a certain amount of bug particulate allowed in the manufacturing of food.
It's very minimal. It's
It's
there's a difference between permissible and in practice. But Red Feather can actually back me up on something here on the East Coast of the U.S. Once every 17 years,
cicadas.
Cicadas.
Freaking.
Do you know how many people gather them damn things up and eat them?
I heard they're tasty. I've never had that cicada issue.
Ooh, not the last time they came around, but the time before that, somebody had convinced me to try the stir fry. That was actually quite good until I found out that they were cicadas. And then I promptly got sick.
Well,
Mind you, at the time when that happened, I was...
I'm not entirely sure how the bug thing works. I know in the UK as a whole, I don't know, as the UK as a whole, not just England, they have like Ars Mari is apparently like one of those colors for them.
Although I just thought this. How is that? They have lollipops with like scorpions or like grubs or.
Yeah, that's China. I think I've seen them in China.
No, I've had
they're
one.
in the US. They're in the US.
I've never seen them in Scotland, and to be honest, I don't want them.
Yeah, it was okay.
Sandra, you can buy sour cream and onion mealworms and ranch flavored crickets and spicy this and spicy grasshoppers. And...
I just think there's plenty of other food I don't need to be eating bugs.
Hmm.
You know, I've seen those on VAT19.com.
Back in the 80s and 90s, it was actually supposed to be a real delicacy to have a chocolate covered grasshopper.
Yeah. Yes, there is, but over a lifetime you eat like a pound of bugs versus hundreds and thousands of foods you eat. Yes, I've heard of that, but fuck that, I'm not eating bugs on purpose. Yeah, agreed. Down here we have cicadas every year, but look like 17-year-old cicada.
Yeah.
And Manny says those things are disgusting. I assume he's on about like the grasshoppers. I guess that's what he's on about.
Yeah, there is breeds of cicadas that come up every year, but the 17-year cicada thing is gigantic compared to like every year.
Yeah. I will say the last several times I've been intentionally eating a bug, it was at the bottom of a bottle of tequila. With cicadas? Sweetie, to be honest, I was under 10 years old when I ate it. Like I said, that was 30-some years ago. 30 years ago, something like that. I don't know. I was a kid.
A long time ago, anyway.
I would suggest the scorpion sucker. That was actually kind of good, and it was an interesting flavor.
2004. So if we get actually Red Feather, if it happened up here about the same time, which it's possible, call it within 5 years, but if it was 94, we're talking 87 was the time before that, and I was 10 years old.
Miss Trigger is said to Mimits. I was going to call you Nim. They want you to eat bugs specifically as a means of demoralizing and humiliating you. Eat the bugs, live in the pod, Joy. Okay. Joy Orange. Yeah. Miss Trigger is said to have run the group's direct action training program.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think, actually, I think Red Feather, you kind of reminded me of something. You were in Ohio at the time, the last time they came out. That kind of reminds me. It is right about the time where the whole bunch of people are going to get together soon for a festival, if it hasn't already happened, over in Ohio/West Virginia. And one of the things they're going to do is gather up a bunch of moths and eat moths. Because some people take that damn story a little too seriously.
Yeah, probably.
Humans are disgusting.
Yes, they are. Humans are horrible and should just be eradicated from the world. I mean, the people purge is long overdue. Long overdue.
I'm for an alien species selectively calling the population.
His name's Indrid Cole. Anyway.
Semen vegan asking for a friend. I don't know.
Negative.
Well, technically, it's an animal product, so no.
I've actually heard that question before, and the answer is negative, Mandy.
Not a great idea.
It's meat. It's microscopic, but it's meat.
Man used cheese grater to remove tattoo from his arm.
Ow! I mean, technically it works, but so does removing the whole damn arm.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it, would you?
What is it? It goes through the first. It's in like the second or third layer of your skin that the ink is placed.
Hold on, I gotta know what this tattoo was. Was it his ex-wife's name?
That's always a mistake, though.
Never get. I mean, your like child's name is one thing, but like names are just normally not a good idea.
Yeah, for me, it's like unless they die, then you shouldn't get a tattoo of them.
Damn it, Scotty! You just killed my joke before I could even start saying it.
Sorry.
I've got my first wife's name tattooed on me.
Yes, that's why I don't understand. That's why I don't understand these people want to save the earth. Apparently, don't realize how beneficial the insects are. Never get a name ever. Yeah. Holy shit! What an idiot! I bet he was a named infection. I've got a tattoo of Urilium on my tits. Okay, Cryptic. Matthias Costa shared the images of his 21-year-old friend from Mendoza, Argentina, who removed his tattoo on his arm using a cheese grater. The friend told local police I had the tattoo done a week later and wanted to join the police. Want to join the airport police. And yeah, well, my name is not Jermaine. Also, Jermaine is spelled with a J, Jermaine is spelled with a J, not a G.
The way parents are spelling shit nowadays, it can be spelled anyway. Freaking. Didn't you hear about Absidy?
Oh, yeah, A, B, C, D, E, yeah.
I know I've told you all the story of Irene Champley.
Yeah. So there you go. There's his tattoo there.
Why did that need to be removed? It doesn't look that bad.
Well, because it says he wanted to join the airport police. So I assume they didn't like tattoos.
Well, I find that offensive.
Dude, if you wanted to remove, just pick the scabs off it and make it with the peroxide. There's an easier way to take off a 1-week-old tattoo.
And also, also, Mandy, I'm far too white to be named Jermaine.
Red Feather. Her
Oh,
son
yeah,
went to
Miss.
school with a kid named Ammo.
Oh my god. Also, yeah, misspelled tattoos are the best.
Oh, you know, like the dude with Google, the dipshit who went and had Google tattooed on his forearm, and then they spelled it with 3 O's.
My real name is apparently Titty McTitif Dunn. Although you just give me a good name for an alt account I could use. I'm letting my screen thunder guess there first.
I've got enough alt accounts.
Red Feather, why am I not
said that
surprised?
last time, and then
Why am I
made
not
enough.
surprised that Why am I not surprised that your son goes to school with a kid named Anakin? I mean,
Well, I knew a kid named Anakin before when I was a kid.
Yeah, you are
well,
about the right age for Star Trek or Star Wars to be a thing.
oh, you're looking to piss some people off. Star Trek or Star Wars? What's the difference?
Not much. Why? I actually care more about. Actually, I don't care that much about either of them. I do get more into Star Trek than Star Wars.
I've never really cared much about either of them.
My son is named after both of them.
Unless they said male. But
Hey,
hello,
Red
please.
Feather, you'll love this, Red Feather. My son is named Lucas Alexander. Lucas after the obvious, George Lucas, so I can be able to say, Luke, I am your father. But then his middle name is Alexander, the name of Worf's son.
My ex has
I'm
a
a
brother
dork.
whose daughter's name is Dizier.
Dizier. Okay.
Yeah, some weird names. I say that, but if you knew my name, yeah. Hello, the police.
I don't even know how to pronounce your name. I see it, and I'm not quite sure what that means.
I'll tell you off air.
Yeah, I did suggest that.
Although the police website didn't specify that the applicants couldn't have any tattoos, the man said he was told he wouldn't be allowed to work there if he had any that were visible. And you'd think that would have been covered. Surely that would have been covered by his uniform.
Pretty much, probably.
Like Manny said earlier, they wear long sleeves, so that would be that wouldn't be visible unless he was wearing like a short sleeve thing. Yeah, this happened in 2017. I was 19 years old at the time. The other reason I did it to myself was aesthetic. I'm very keen on details, and I don't really like how the tattoo was left. So basically, you just caused yourself pain. Because when doing that to yourself, you're effectively doing like a 3rd-degree burn there, aren't you?
It's not really a burn. It's actually like scraping and cutting into your skin.
Yeah, you can cause yourself a burn doing that. I was searching on YouTube for ways to remove the tattoo, and finding a pumice stone that didn't work. He tried a cheese grater. He said it hurt and it bled a lot, and I had to bandage a lot and apply disinfectant. Fucking it looks like a pig.
It does too.
Yeah.
So you can still
Dude,
see
there's
it.
better ways to take off a tattoo. Jesus.
Did you not think to actually go get a laser remover moved? Which sucks like hell, but it's not risking infection.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, true. I don't know. I've never had a tattoo removed.
The laser removal, they ain't kidding when they say having it removed by a laser hurts worse than having put it on. and it takes 10 times as long and is 10 times expensive, they are not kidding.
Let's see. So the tattoo I have was $60. So $600 to remove that thing.
I had a tattoo that cost me $300 to have it put on. It cost me almost $4,000 to have it taken off.
Yikes!
I think he didn't even properly move it because I just looks like he's got a pig on his arm. So
Yeah.
He needs to go at it with the cheese grater again.
idiot. A week later, I went.
Job.
A week later, I went to the hospital and had a tetanus vaccination. You know, my family disagreed with the decision, but it was already done. I suffered other personal problems and decided to stay in Mendoza and not join the airport police. So basically, you remove the tattoo for the reason of wanting to join the airport police, and now you don't want to join the airport police anymore. I feel like the whole endeavor was completely pointless then. He's going to get some weird cheese infection from the grater. Now I'm going to tattoo insurance business. It does indeed hurt a fuck ton more when you're taking it off. At least laser sessions just fade enough for decent cover up. In that moment I regretted it, of course I did. But when it had gone a lot, I did worry more. That's what you wanted.
I saw this. This lady has got to spend a lot on makeup because she like goes to a day job, but she's like the most tattooed lady. She just uses like foundation to cover up the tattoos.
Well, foundation isn't just for covering up black eyes.
No, man, I don't have any tattoos either.
Wow, that was a stretch. I'm sorry, I couldn't make that joke and be serious. Sorry.
But I would not recommend it to anybody. Diego Staropoli, the owner of Mandinga Tattoo in Buenos Aires, explained to local media that it is risky and it is impossible to have a mark on your whole life doing this. Doing it like this is worse because it's stuck on the skin. It's stuck to the skin. Local media report the incident occurred in August 2017. Pictures have only just been reported. Basically, that man just wasted his whole fucking time, didn't he?
Yeah. Their tattoos are a serious thing that you need to think about before you just go and get them. And people are way too quick to just, oh, I'm going to go freaking get a tattoo for no reason.
Oh, look at that. We got a dislike already. Hey.
But you have like
15 minutes left, yeah.
You have
no, 15. Like, I don't know how long I'm going to go on for today. We might go on for longer.
You have 4 likes from me, so.
Kind of devalues it a little bit, okay. Thank you. I just. We are boring, Red. Yeah, let's get Chomps down to Baby Scott. No, why are you so obsessed with that? I think you got some baby face or something.
What's wrong with Baby Scotsman? It's like the best meme ever.
No, it's the worst meme ever.
Oh, dude, if I could get Viper Sword on for Mondays, I am so totally making sure she sees Baby Scotsman.
She already has.
Oh.
She was there that day.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she was there to chat that day. Drunkle and Bear were.
Well, Drunkle Bear and Sinatra were in the hangout.
What?
The whole GPP was in the hangout.
No, it wasn't the whole GPP. It was just Drunkle and Bear.
Then Sanu was just in the chat then. Because they were all three were like either there or in the chat.
I don't remember Sinatra being in the chat either. I don't think he was in the chat. It was just Drunkle and Bear.
I don't know. It was too long ago to remember.
Brewdog's half meat, hybrid burger sparks backlash from furious vegans.
Uh-huh.
This is a vegan themed thing. The company has unveiled their hybrid burger as part of an environmentalist campaign for those who want to reduce their meat intake. Do you know what worries me more? Not the fact that it's not
That bun. What is? I'm sorry to interrupt, but that bun.
I was just gonna. I was just, that's what was exactly what I was gonna talk about. Why the fuck is the bun green?
Penicillin?
I ain't eating that.
Yeah, like why make the bun green? Why? Man, boring is fine with me. I only have 3 ear piercings and a belly button. I haven't deformed myself any further. I have none. Body wants to be made for you and not others. Deformed. I guess I'm not surprised you have a lot of tattoos because, I mean, you're inked and pricked. It makes sense. Scottish craft beer giant Brewdog has been slammed by vegans after they unveiled a vegan-style hybrid burger. The company has launched a bizarre creation on social media promoting the combination of vegan Beyond Meat and regular beef patty. I don't see how this really changes anything, though.
Oh my god! The worst thing that my dad would buy because they were cheap was like a 50% soy, 50% beef hamburger. It was disgusting.
Spaghetti-O!
Yeah, the vegan hiking burger also contains
Seriously.
vegan goat
Yes,
cheese,
I can hear you.
crispy onion straws,
I said spaghetti-O! Go, go, go! La 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 la! Superman!
They're laughing at you. Congratulations. Have you had your crack today?
No.
And you still.
Peter Pan! Da-da-da! Superwoman! Why
You know,
still Supertown?
Green Thunder, when it comes to your mom, I question who the parent is and who the mother is, because
Yeah, it's sometimes confusing me.
What?
Questioning who's the parent and who's the kid.
You're the big poo. You're a poo.
Ethan Peck wants your mum to come on, Green Thunder.
I guess technically she just was, but yeah, I gotta get her set up where she can.
Yeah, Ethan Peck, we're already in the process of planning that. I've asked him if it's possible to get his mum on stream one day.
I don't know. Go to work tomorrow. I go back to work Monday.
I have to deal with you until Monday.
It's not the same every weekend, though.
No, she's usually off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. She's on vacation this week. Wait, that means she goes back to work Monday, and then she's probably off Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, that's kind of pointless, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, how long has Green Thunder been a basement dweller?
No, I'm not in the basement. I'm in the living room. They're in the bedroom. I'm on the first floor. I can see out into the trees.
All crown between a matcha tea bun, so that'll be why the fucking bun's green then. If it wasn't for the bun, it wouldn't look too bad.
Well, one of my favorite. Who said maybe it's spinach based?
I said it was
Oh, Red Feather suggested it might be spinach based.
no, I said it was green tea.
No, I just looked at the comment. It's spinach, or it was a while ago. I've seen spinach-based pasta. In fact, my favorite pasta is, well, technically spinach-based. It's tricolored noodles, which the green is spinach-based, but that does not look like the tricolored noodle.
Chucker, Soylent Green is people.
You've got to tell them, Andy. They're eating people.
Yeah. I say red feather. I've seen green and red tortillas before, and pasta, and crisps as well. Green and red crisps. And those like Dorito style crisps. I've seen them in green and red and stuff before as well. The invention was unveiled as part of a new environmentalist campaign by the firm and claims the burger is for those who want to reduce their meat intake and their footprint on the environment. Well, couldn't you just get a smaller burger? But it quickly sparked backlash from vegan customers who were baffled by the creation.
Why are you baffled by the creation? Are you vegans are stupid?
Michelle Clark said, "No, it's either vegan or it isn't. It can't be both ways." One customer said, "Nothing sustainable about that sort of vegan food." Another said, "I don't get it. Either eat meat or be vegan/vegetarian, all or nothing."
Wait, so okay, hold on. So a vegan, one of those peoples who make soy and spinach and any other non-meat product and take it and try to feel and taste like meat, are mad when somebody takes a patty that they tried to make look, feel, and taste like meat and put it with actual meat. The fuck?
And can we? I'm going to mention this, that the farming is for plants is less sustainable than having a cow.
Yeah. Crisps, you mean chips? No, I mean crisps. Chips are something different.
Ooh, what's your favorite style of fry though? Like crinkle cut, steak, the wedges. I like the wedges.
Dear vegans, our food shits on your food.
Because I don't really eat chips much anymore because my stomach doesn't like it, so yeah. So I stopped eating it.
I really need to cut down on like snack food I eat. I did manage to get under 200 pounds, which is good, but I need to keep that weight off.
Fake cheese doesn't melt. Well, it fucking stinks. Because eating meat is evil, pumpkin chucker. How dare you stole my childhood? Who stole your childhood? Straight Sith Mail. Amanda says, no, you need to cut down on wanking.
Hey, it's one of my only exercise. Well, no. I did a fair bit of exercising today. I was working on making chains.
Earlier?
Huh?
Didn't you say you built a fire earlier?
No, that was like 2 days ago. Today I was working on making chains for the lawnmower so I can drive it in the winter.
Nobody needs that negativity. No, we don't. Another one woman said that doesn't reduce meat it doesn't just the meat intake. It's still a meat pie, exactly as it would be of any other burger, with vegetarian burger added in. Another said no meat I want to eat this. No vegan will want to eat this either. Get off making it fully plant based.
Asshole, why are you going to a fast food restaurant if you're not going to eat meat?
It's not really a fast food restaurant. It's more of like a. It's not really a pub. It's Brewdog is a type of beer, but they also serve food. Like Brewdog make their own beer. They also have like restaurants as well.
Red Feather, I don't do enough drinking to get a DUI. planning on either like packing down the snow so it's easier to drive over with the lawnmower.
And honestly, knowing his lawnmower,
That's
he'd probably end up. And honestly, knowing his lawnmower would probably break down before he got anywhere near anybody else to get a DUI anywhere.
True, that thing will freaking. It gets a wild hair up its exhaust pipe and decides, nope, not going to run anymore.
But then again, actually, I think you were drunk once on stream, actually. If I remember rightly.
Yes, and on my birthday I did have drink, which I then got. Then my mom yelled at me because she threw the the bag of bottles and cans down the steps, and the glass bottle broke, and I got yelled at because she forgot the glass bottle was in there.
How's that your fault?
I don't know.
One sure user it was at the point I can't eat it. And Red Feather wants to know what kind of mower it is.
It is a wheel horse. I'm not sure the year.
A spokesperson for Brewdog said the environmental and health benefits of moving forward to a more plant-based diet are well known. The millions of meat eaters are still struggling to make the change. The lure of a juicy burger on the menu can be often strong to resist. There are still some people who don't believe that vegan and vegetarian food will deliver on taste, and for many of those that do change their diet, it's hard to maintain a vegan or vegetarian diet. Okay then. I don't know why making it green makes it seem appealing though. I feel like it doesn't at all. Yeah, making it green. Wheel horse, never heard of such a creature.
It's. I saw it says it's like from Indiana or something. So
I guess the Falkirk wheel will count because that's the side horses, I think. If I remember rightly.
I'm not sure. It's like some brand. I'm betting it's made in the USA. So it runs good when it wants to.
I need to go Bloodwing. Talk amongst yourselves.
So what I'm using for chains is I have a like the webbing from a couch sofa. I'm going to be using part of that for chains.
I don't think that would do you any good.
I don't know. It looks, from what it looked like today, it looks like it would do a little better.
Yeah, but I don't think it's strong enough to hold together, man. It's sure enough. It sure as hell ain't deep enough to give you any kind of bite.
Yeah, I might have to figure something else out. And it's something to do. Occupy my time besides video games, which right now I'm taking a break from because I added the mods Phantom wants to my solo play, and I need to figure out how to operate those mods, which I need to actually look up tutorials for.
Yeah, Feather. I think he's talking about chains to put on the tractor.
Yeah, like snow chains.
Yeah, she says, can you attach a plow?
Probably. I haven't looked into actually finding a plow for it.
I like how I gained a viewer during that. Hello, English Dog.
That's the only plowing you're going to do, Thunder. Bump. You're the one who said you don't have much interest in it. So, hey, Tom.
Nah, I'm not that interested in human interaction. Maybe Mandy, but too far away.
How far away is Mandy from you?
Couple states over, I think.
600.
Yeah, it's pretty far away. Yeah.
Well, anywhere from Lord. All I remember is the state she lives in.
Yeah, I do there.
Red Feather, he lives in a very rural area to the point where I probably wouldn't trust that tractor of his to make it down the driveway, let alone to a neighbor's house.
I think
Isn't
the closest neighbor is actually legitimately half a mile away.
isn't the closest like proper town like 20 miles away?
Yeah.
So you're
What was
proper
it?
nowhere.
It took me like half an hour just to get gas or so that one time.
Is that walking?
No, that was driving.
See.
That was
must be-
to the closest gas station.
And was that even in a town, or was that just like in the middle of nowhere as well?
That's in town proper, like proper Athens.
Fair enough. Georgia teacher on leave after saying Confederate flag means you intend to marry your sister.
They ain't wrong.
I ain't saying nothing. A Georgia teacher was reportedly placed on administrative leave after posting in a high school classroom a description of the Confederate flag as an announcement that you intend to marry your sister. Honestly, I think this is more of just a stupid joke than anything else.
I mean, when taken as a joke, it is a great joke. And if someone actually honestly believes that, well, I could sell them a few bridges.
And Red Feather wishes she was that remote. I can see positive and negatives of that because in a way, like, there's no people around, so you can just pretty much do what you like.
Yeah, I get to do whatever I want, but I can't get food delivered.
Yeah, see, that's.
I got the same problem.
And plus, you can't just.
Getting a pizza delivered from me involves a 10-minute drive. I got to meet the person halfway.
And plus, you can't just like walk to the shop. You can't just walk down the road to the shop or anything. Which would be annoying because I like living near a shop. It's convenient. But didn't you say like Amazon and stuff though does actually deliver to your house though?
Yeah, Amazon does. It's food. Amazon, like that food, they won't deliver food to the house, but anything else.
That Amazon 2-hour shit don't work for me.
Yeah, I don't think the 2 hours, but if I just wait like a day or two, it will get here.
I only have 3 visible neighbors where we can get deliveries. And the description said the Confederate flag is a sticker that you put on the back of your truck to announce you intend to marry your sister. If I give it like a white trash save the date card. And cryptic's back saying penis. District launched an investigation into the teacher after the parent posted a photo of the description on social media. I think it was just a stupid joke, wasn't it?
It was a stupid joke, but it was a really... I got no love for the Confederate flag. As far as I'm concerned, that whole war was done with 160 years ago. But...
move on.
Yeah, move the hell on. I mean, when they sit and make that kind of comment towards that, they ain't no better than the people sitting there waving that damn flag around talking about, it's my heritage, it's my heritage. Y'all ain't no goddamn different from each other.
I think if you want to fly the flag, you should be allowed to fly the flag, but yeah.
It's amazing how humans want to be stuck of a good century and a half in the past.
Yeah, it happened like 150 years ago. You'll fucking remember it.
That's why I said.
The South surrendered 164 years ago.
Yep.
Century and a half, almost a decade.
I don't trust the workers to pick up things they want. Yeah, the district wants them. She found it offensive, so she sent it to me and asked me what I thought. Once the fella said the said every dollar. He was in the teacher's classroom according to WRDW. She posted on Facebook. She then posted on Facebook. A lot of it is not morally correct. It's unethical. It's just something you don't want to discuss in class today. Discuss today in tomorrow's world, and especially inside of the classroom. Well, no, I mean it's part of your history, so I guess. And she's talking about like the whole joke, the whole stupid joke thing, or the actual Confederacy itself.
Probably a little column A, little column B.
Because I think they should learn about that because that's part of their history.
It is.
Whether they like it or not, and you can't just change history. I'd ignore that fact. I mean, my American geography isn't great, but Georgia is in the South, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have the right to fly the flag. Others should have the right for calling them daft for it. That's freedom. Yeah, exactly. Freedom goes both ways. District issued a statement on the controversy. It said in part, the Richmond County school system is committed to creating a diverse, equitable learning system. But for students, the language used was, an example, was unacceptable and has no place in our classrooms. Fair enough. If you were to say they shouldn't learn about the Confederacy, they should. It's part of history. You can't change history. Anyway, so it's a really slim line, this process, but I'm a lazy bastard. Dad pulls son out of school accusing Greenie staff of climate crisis brainwashing. Matthew Carlos was so annoyed by the plans for Greenie Day on the last day of term, he stopped Max going to school. And Dad pulled his soon out of school, claiming teachers are trying to brainwash the 10-year-old about climate change. I mean, come on, really? I fucking typo in the fucking first line, and you didn't spot it.
Well, I mean, if. Good, I'll wait till we're done.
Matthew Carlos was so annoyed by the plans for Greenie Day. The last day of term, he stopped Max going to school. His dad accused staff of trying to brainwash his son. Young Max told the TV show A Current Affair in Australia they asked a suggestion of his hippies and sing the song Big Yellow Taxi by John Mitchell. I shouldn't be worried about the end of the world. Max said the rest of his classmates had been happy adjusted with his hippies. He said, and thought, what's so good about it? There's nothing good about it. They just sit around doing nothing all day. I don't personally feel flying the Confederate flag means you're racist, though most people were already working on releasing slaves. Before it was mandated, it's just Southern pride. The South was a huge contributor to the economy at the time. Matthew had already kept nice at his heel early in the year when peoples were asked to deliver speeches on climate change. He said it's just brainwashing younger generations. The speech was to do with mankind, included in just climate change and the business, then carry on about it. Matthew, who was a second generation water farmer, has often disagreed with environmentalists who are against his water harvesting business in northern New South Wales. They don't like the trucks in the road, they don't like this, they don't like the so we're here, so we are. You gotta teach kids to be happy, positive, and it's all well and good to be concerned about the environment and wanting to teach kids good practices and basically not be grubs and throw litter around sort of thing, but you don't have to be a greenie to do that. Yeah, I can see his point. You don't have to fucking scare kids into believing the world's going to be gone in 12 years' time. That's just stupid.
I mean, they don't have to, but it's just the fastest way to get results.
Yeah, so they can get more people engrossed in their agenda. That's why they want kids to vote. That's also why they want kids to. That's also why they want to lower the voting age as well, so kids can vote. Also, no offense, slave, but no one bitches about that. Of course they don't. Max will start a new school next term. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, indeed. Fucking Christ, trying to keep talking because we don't want any dead air on the stream.
Oh,
No dead air on the stream. No dead air.
How was your driving today?
So when it comes to that thing, I mean, you're always hearing these stories about how this heroic parent pulled her daughter out of school because of the chauvinist, sexist, misogynist principal. And they're touted as a hero. This is just the other side of the coin of the same shit. Same shit. You know?
Yeah, he's not a hero. I can see why he's doing it, though.
I can see why he's doing it, but it isn't the same thing. I can see why he's doing it. I can see why the other person's sitting there doing it. And when it boils down to it, neither one of them really belong in the news.
No.
It's not that important.
Yeah, so they're giving these poor children anxiety and depression about the world ending, even if it were true. Why we freak the children out about it? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris, we tell kids not to talk to strangers, and we don't say see what they want to fuck. We don't say there's pedophiles in the world, do we? Not to little kids, at least, anyway.
Nope.
And there's a very good reason for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this one doesn't flash up porn. It's the mirror. It's not the sun, so it should be fine. Women could face jail. Women could face jail for going topless with husband in their home. Tilly Buchanan from Utah says she was trying to teach a lesson about sexism and claims she's being singled out for being a woman. No.
Wait, was she in their home at the same time?
It said she was with her husband.
She was with her husband in their house. Okay. That may be a problem.
Yeah. A woman is facing jail. She went topless in her own home. Tilly Buchanan, from 27, from Utah, USA, was with her husband Jared and his 3 children when she moved her top. Couple have been installing an insulation in their garage, and as they shipped out and went into their underwear. Buchanan told the kids not to be embarrassed, as there was no difference between her being topless and their father. Well, no, because I think it all depends on what you find attractive. Really, doesn't it? That's the reason for that. That being said, it's your own home, so therefore you should be topless if you want to in your own fucking home. If you want to walk around naked in your own home all the time, that's your own fucking business, isn't it? No, that's another right to tell
Yeah,
you
but
what
they said they're installing it in the garage, right?
Well, that's still part of their own home, though.
Yeah, but I see why. I wouldn't have a problem with her doing it, but if they're in their garage with the door open and she takes her shirt off, that could still be considered within view of the public. So,
But for me, I think you're in your own home, technically still, because I mean,
true,
you own the garage.
that's technically, but with the garage door wide open, it's within view of the public.
We don't know if it was wide open, though. It may have just been.
That's true. We don't know. Hint.
Yeah, I think it was still in Utah. Wait, she's being shipped because the insulation was itching. I think I missed something.
I think Red Feather. I think she was stripping because it was hot.
Yeah, so they
just
were
said-
installing insulation.
Yeah, they're all installing insulation in the garage, and it was hot. So, her husband stripped off his shirt, so she did too.
But the story reportedly got back to the children's mother, who made a complaint and ended up with Buchanan in court. However,
Whoa.
the Valley City deputy
Was that a
attorney,
Slave Leia costume?
I don't know.
Oh hell, hello. God damn! Take that top off for whenever you would like. Sorry,
I've seen better.
I've seen worse.
However, West Valley City deputy attorney Corey Sherwin said Buchanan shipped out in front of her stepchildren after announcing that her husband was allowed to take off his shirt, that a woman should be able to as well. Well, yeah, I mean, you should be able to take off what the fuck you want in your own house. It's your home, you should be able to do what you want. Prosecution case continues that Buchanan, while under the influence of alcohol, had told her husband she would only put her shirt back on if he showed his penis. He showed his penis. And also, what about those slut walks? Yeah. Sometimes people take kids to things where people strip off and stuff. Yeah, like I don't know why like things like that are allowed, but not other stuff.
Wait a second. Are they saying she took their kids to that kind of stuff?
No, I'm just saying like Red Feather saying what about those slut walks? Like they're allowed to walk like pretty much naked during the day.
Yeah.
And there's other events that people are
I don't
stripping off
see a
naked.
problem. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it, but I mean, there's a thing. If they're in the garage with the door open in full view of the public doing this, and she does, if there's a law against it, get the law changed. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, if there's a law against it, I don't agree with the law, but I guess it's the law, so you have to suffer the consequences.
But then I get what Redford is saying though, because there are like events where people will strip off in front of kids and walk naked in front of kids and stuff, and that's allowed, but this isn't allowed.
Yeah.
There's a few cities and states that will allow have changed the law so women can go topless.
Yeah. But then she was in her own house as well. So why is this such a?
Yeah, that's the other thing that bothers me. She's in her own house, and if the garage door wasn't open, what does it matter?
If the garage door was not open, no harm, no foul. I got no, if the garage door was open and the whole neighborhood, the whole neighborhood, whether she's in her garage with the door open versus dance around naked in the front yard, it's the same thing. I'm not saying anything agreement. I'm not saying anything of whether or not I think it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm saying what the law is.
Not judging if you're wearing a sports bra if you are. Yeah. You can face 3 counts of lewdness involving a child, which is a Class A misdemeanor that could not only land her in jail and see her placed on a sex offenders register for 10 years. That's a bit. Nah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's. Why does that count as being a sex offender?
It shouldn't.
There was no sex involved.
Like over here, for example, if she was to walk out naked, like outside, for example, she would probably get done for. She would probably get fined for indecent exposure, but she wouldn't be classed as a sex offender unless she was like deliberately doing it like in front of a school or whatever. So this just seems really stupid.
It is, but there's got to be stuff they're leaving out of this article.
Maybe.
I mean, especially how especially how it talks about they're there with the kids and they're doing this, and she's wanting to teach the kids that it's all right. Well, if at one point somebody called the cops and a cop showed up and said, "Listen, the neighbors are complaining because you're not wearing a shirt," if she said, "All right, fine," walked in, then walked out in a t-shirt or a tank top or white beater, whatever the hell you want to call them, it'll be no harm, no foul. The cops will tip their hat and have a nice day. So for a lot of time, for something as petty as this, for a cop to show up like that or have to show up, there's some sort of escalation involved that they're not telling us about.
Yeah. Utah state law covering lewdness involving a child says that no woman should expose their breast below the top of the areola. What's the areola?
The nipple.
That's the area around the nipple.
Either in public or in private places. Or in a private place under circumstances, the person should not lightly cause a front an alarm with the intent to arouse or gratify the sexual desire of the actor or the child.
I have to say this. I'm quite fond of the areola and the areola around that.
But then this wasn't for the sexual desire, though, was it? Certainly was. I don't agree. I don't agree with what she was doing because she said it was to prove that the dad going topless wasn't any different from her going topless. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it doesn't fit with the law. Or at least that's what the mayor's telling us the law is over there.
But that's the thing. I mean, the law. I mean, Utah's pretty damn strict when it comes to stuff like that. Now, like I said, if she's sitting there saying, she did it to prove, if she did it to prove that if the dad could do it, she can do it. Something tells me when a cop showed up, she may very well gotten pretty belligerent. I mean, like I said, if there was no escalation, the police probably would tip their hat, say, "Have a nice day," and went about their business.
So that time is really daft as fuck. Makes it sound like the dog swept and the switch at birth. Yeah. And Red Feather's dying. And Buchanan says she was trying to teach the children about sexism. I was devastated because the moment I took the kids, it kind of smells. It's kind of smells like you can't teach kids this. In fact, you're going to be challenged for even bringing this up. Yeah, Randy Richards, Buchanan's attorney, challenges the law by calling it sexist because Tilly is a woman. Because Tilly Buchanan is a woman, and only because she is a woman. The state now seeks to condemn her as a sex offender for these engaging in the exact same non-sexual conduct with a fairly flawed husband. So I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's purely because she's a woman. I think it's a stupid fucking law, but there we go. Tilly Buchanan's being singled out for the prosecution solely on the basis of sex.
But like I said, there's definitely something in there they're not telling us. I mean, there had to have been some sort of escalation.
Are you still on live stream?
Yeah, what she said.
Yes.
By the way, Red Feather, you know those bumps on the areola? You know what they are, right? They are Braille for lick here. Anyway.
Oh, stupid rules, man. Stupid rules. And then, I think Tom will know about this. I don't think anyone else will.
Hmm?
I just thought it was a bit stupid. Annoyed pot noodle fan spots flaw in king size pot and demands bigger sachets. An annoyed pot noodle fan has spotted a flaw in its king size pot and has demanded the company to make bigger sachets. Recently, Maywood, 21, decided to take matters into his own hands and reach out to the snack giant. As you can see,
I have to point this one out about the last story. Red Feather, it's Utah, home of the freaking Mormons. Yeah, religious.
Yeah, she knows Utah. Yeah. Here's this flaw. Here's his problem. You see what the problem?
Now I wonder if it's kind of like, I wonder if those things actually turn out to be like the McDonald's cup, where the regular cup and that giant cup they have, you can pour the giant cup into the regular cup and it's the same amount of liquid either way.
I don't know. I haven't tried it. You give me you give me an idea though. I mean, technically, the noodles in that one probably could fit in that one if it was empty because there's always a bit extra at the top.
Yeah.
No, why is there?
And now and in the U.S.,
Sorry,
cup of
friends, I
noodles
know.
like that, there actually tends to be empty space at the bottom of the cup as well.
Yes, they can.
The flavor sachet is the same size, but the pot bigger. Outrageous. That'll be watery as fuck. Yeah.
Where's your tablet?
I use my tablet every day, mostly to watch the Pumpkin Trucker channel. Almost daily dash cams.
Hey, well, Jason was having lunch last week. He finally decided he got enough. That was enough and demanded an ounce of him.
He's a better driver than you, so no.
Make sure the light gets off.
Okay,
The camera light. Make sure
I'm getting yelled at again.
Hey, when are you not getting yelled at?
Are you going to sleep yet?
I can't go through the door. I don't do them. Can't go through that. Yeah, Bob.
I mean, why are you asking her that question? You're the kid and she's the mother. You're asking you that question.
But I don't have work tomorrow, so it don't matter. I'm still on vacation.
I like you better when you're at work.
Oh man.
I'm mean. I know.
Well, to be honest, if that's what your mother's like, it answers a lot of questions I have.
No, it kind of gives me more.
While Jason was having lunch last week, he finally decided enough was enough and demanded an answer from Port Noodle. Jason from Birmingham wrote a message on the Port Noodle on Facebook saying, "I need answers. This can't carry on." Jason's need for answers is accompanied by a message of support from other noodle lovers as fellow fans are baffled by the small sizes. Someone based musician, Jason, also known as Mr. X, shared the updates of his friends writing, "They've all been conning us," saying they've been conning us all. The 31-year-old asked Mum Green when she will join. Yeah, we've already done that. The 31-year-old claims that the sausage size support ratio is a scale. He said, "I'm definitely exposed a flaw in the Port Noodle empire. I'm committing a wrong one way because the king size balls are the same size. I need the same size as the normal ones, so there's not enough sauce to go around to go into the big ones." No, see, I didn't figure that one actually. Maybe they are the same size.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's got to be one or the other. It has to be. Because how can the same size sake? Because how can the same size sachet be the same for both? Science tells me that's bullshit. I don't want to know her age. But what is your mother's age range? Mum and dad are in their 60s, so my father wants to know your mum's age range.
She just turned 50.
I'm old enough to be Grandfather's father. Fuck.
In fact, Chucker, you're older than my dad. That's
You know, you're not. I was gonna say you're not helping me any here.
the same age, but only by you're slightly older.
I think my father's like 55.
Nice to see the son being the cutting edge of journalism as always. Yeah. Yeah, but actually no, because Greenfunder's 29, you're 43, so he would be like 14. You would have been like 14 when he was born. So
It's biologically possible.
yeah, but still not ethical.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and they're making so much money, so many flipping millions off selling these things. What you're selling should be right. I'm starting to think the same amount of noodles is in the small one and in the big sizes. But I think it's a flipping scam. Just to make people spend more. You call the company whose response to copy and paste answer instead. If the company was receiving similar feedback from a large volume of customers, they should take it on board. Our sizes are designed to pack a punch for all size balls. It's easy to copy and paste response, isn't it?
Pretty much. Can you imagine being a company getting thousands of like stupid dumbass letters a day?
I can see the point. No, I have noticed it before. They are the same size. But well, the sauce is the same size anyway. They need to fix the rags up a bit. They need to stop selling noodles or sell them properly. The 31-year-old said he's been eating pot noodles ever since he was a kid. but says he doesn't want to give the company any more money. Jason's fake Facebook post became viral with so many others supporting his quest to find the answers so many have been curious to find. Oh. And that's just wrong about every level.
It is. I mean, it's definitely got problems.
No, just that pot noodle sandwich.
No, what? That ain't right.
Yeah, no. I think I'd rather have a sandwich on the pot noodle rather than just a pot noodle sandwich. Hello, Mandy.
Hello.
Yay, we get Mandy.
Yeah, we do get Mandy. And Red Feather wants to know, Chuck, were you a slut at 14?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't. Chuck
Like
at
every
14.
like every teenage boy I wanted to be, but I wasn't.
I see. Why did it take you so long to find the link?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's why we finally get a female on here for once.
You're finally streaming for one.
No, I streamed on Thursdays. Did I not?
Yeah, I think it was last Thursday when you streamed last.
Well, I was having a nap. I was having a nap during yesterday's stream, rather than streaming. I couldn't be arsed because I'm a lazy fuck. That's why. Well, I kind of regret it though.
He's honest.
I kind of regret it though because getting to sleep last night was a fucking nightmare. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning before I finally fell asleep.
Yeah, sometimes a nap will fuck up your circadian rhythm.
Yeah, my circadian rhythm is already fucked up as it is. Oh well, I should get sleep somewhere eventually. At some point, maybe. So, Mandy, what have you been up to then?
Didn't sleep at all last night either.
Why not?
I don't know. I could sense Green Thunder was wanking
And you got very excited.
extremely.
Yeah, Night Green, someone wants you.
I've been cutting down. It's been actually more like every other day now.
No, once a day isn't too bad. Well, I expected you to be like 4 or 5 times a day or something.
No, I don't want to wear out my penis.
Things I did not need to hear.
That's the only way we'd wear it out. I'm excited by a Thunder One game, Andy. I think we'll call him in the chat. I'll take that as a no then. She's muted.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I guess we could just read more news, I guess. What to talk about. North Korea, yeah.
Oh, what are they doing?
Oof.
What aren't they doing is the question. North Korea blocks high-rise windows to prevent information leaks.
Okay, then.
That's the most North Korean thing of. North Korea has blocked windows in some Pyongyang high-rises in an apparent effort to prevent people from spying on government buildings and leaking information. Images taken by NK News has revealed The windows of the buildings that overlook the complex in central Pyongyang have been blocked out by opaque covers or the rectangular flats. According to the report, images of the Changchun complex tower from a year ago appear to show windows without any obstructions. The pictures taken in September show the same windows completely covered. Sources told the
Which
Daily
is which is the bad Korea? Is it south or the
North.
north? Okay.
North is the worst one.
Yeah, North's the one where all the fucking socialism happens and is great. North Korea, bad
South
Korea.
is okay, but they eat dogs.
Yeah, they eat dogs, but they also have like cool stuff. And the one thing I have noticed is like, see if you watch like North Korean propaganda on a Samsung phone, because it's blocked. Like YouTube doesn't like for some reason it doesn't like it, and it worked out wise because Samsung is South Korean. Yeah, I think it's some the bad Korea. Even though North Korea is not the bad Korea, they're the best Korea.
What is it called? Something like narcropsy. Like seriously, the king is dead and still ruling.
Shit, what is that guy? I can't remember what that's called. It's
It's something like narcoracy or something like that. I know it's like narco. 1 second.
necrocracy.
Narcomancy? No, not
I think it's
narcomancy.
necrocracy.
Yeah. Freaking stupid whacking.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, he ruled by the dead because pretty much all the laws are still there from when Kim Jong Sung Kim Il Sung was in charge.
Yeah.
It's Kim Jong Un's
Isn't he the
grandfather.
one that never pooped?
I think they all never pooped. Actually, I don't think any of them shit themselves. But I think I know one of them. I think it was like Kim Jong Il. I think he was the one that learned to drive when he was 3 or something like that.
What was the other like? One of them played 18 holes of golf in like 15 strokes.
Yeah, it's like him.
They're fun to look at. I'd really rather not live there. Although I will say the DMZ is really good for wildlife.
See, I would have thought. I always thought the DMZ was just a. I kind of imagine it would be because isn't it just a strip like with soldiers and huts and stuff?
No, it's a strip that no one goes in, like a mile of wide land that just no one's allowed to touch.
No, because it's the most militarized zone in the world, so I don't see why wildlife would be there.
Well, the trees have overgrown and wildlife is it's easy for them to hide.
So I'm gonna have to look at that actually. If there's actually any wildlife, that just seems.
Incidentally,
Regarding-
another place that wildlife is thriving now that man has moved out of it, Chernobyl.
That's true. Yeah.
Unless you're actually in the sarcophagus where the elephant's foot is, the radiation is not that bad.
Yeah, you can walk around it; it's perfectly fine, pretty much.
I think it's you can spend a week without any serious problems.
Yeah,
But
it's
like,
a tourist to go there.
if you were to actually see the elephant's foot, it's something like less than an hour, even with the highest level protection.
Did they let anyone in the sarcophagus?
I can't imagine why anyone would be allowed in.
Oh,
No, I
workers,
think
I guess.
they're trying because they built a cover over it. Now they're building a cover over the cover, aren't they? Now.
I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah,
It would be neat to see. It would be neat to see the elephant's foot with my own eyes, but you'd probably instantly get cancer.
We want to see an elephant's foot like a black uncircumcised dick.
Yeah, Mandy, if you went to the elephant shit, you'd die.
Oh wait, no, or get superpowers. Why can't we have superpowers?
Because
All right, now I'm just being stupid.
yeah, that's not how it works, unfortunately. Hey, not just the best career, they're the real career. On the chips on either end, Scotty, demonetize zone would suggest none inside the middle part. Yeah, I did actually look it up. There is actually wildlife in the middle. I learned something today.
Yeah, a lot of places abandoned by the asshole that is man get quickly overtaken by nature, and nature thrives there.
Yeah, well, I see what you're trying to aren't they building a cover over the cover? Because they covered it up and then they built they're building a bigger one over the cover they already made.
I am not sure. I'll have to look into that.
I think they are.
That's one of those things every once in a while I wanted to keep an eye on, like see what's up with stuff like that.
I actually the same with North Korea, but North Korea was difficult to actually keep an eye on because not a lot of stuff gets known about North Korea. So I kind of gave up
Sneaky
on that one.
bastards.
What?
Sneaky little bastards. I'm really afraid of Asians. I don't know why people are more afraid of them.
Why are you so scared of Asia? You seem to like
Because
cryptic
there's
in Asia.
damn many of them. I mean, they could turn on the world.
You seem to like cryptic and he's Asian.
Yeah, Cryptic's pretty cool. Did he kill you today?
He's killed me twice today. Actually, well, once really, because I don't count the other ones that killing because he basically said like, "Let's fill a bath full of Mentos and then put Scotty in it." It's like, how is that gonna kill me?
I like the more dark versions of like kill off Scotty, like getting you addicted to like pain pills and selling you into prostitution.
I still like mine better. We get you tied to a stump and then just use a stump grinder.
What is it? What if everyone kill me all of a sudden?
I don't know.
You should be honored to be killed off by Cryptic.
No, I don't want to killed off by an Asian.
This isn't Vietnam.
According to the report, the images from Chang Chung Complex from over a year ago. I've already read this.
That is another thing. Do you know why that they were called Charlie?
Well, yeah, I want to know. Tell me.
Well, it was shortened to from Viet Cong to VC, and then just eventually dropped to C, which the military alphabet C would be Charlie.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, the phonetic alphabet, yeah.
Charlie.
Alpha, Bravo.
Charlie Delta.
Yeah, Charlie Delta.
What's E?
Echo, I think.
Yeah.
Foxtrot. Golf.
Hotel.
What about the
Alphabet's
rest of
hard.
the alphabet?
Yeah,
What's
just
that
use
their
the normal alphabet. What's that? Yeah, Tango, there's Foxtrot, Zulu.
Tango Whiskey,
Whiskey, Tango,
Yankee,
Foxtrot.
Zulu.
WTF.
There. I did the start and the finish.
I don't know the phonetic alphabet. Never worked in the military, so I don't know it.
Sadly enough, I know some of it because of Gmod Murder. They use the names of the characters, so you don't know who's who, is switched with the phonetic alphabet.
I don't know because I used to watch like weird like police chase programs and stuff like really late at night, so that's why I know it.
I have no clue what she just said.
Nor do I. I only know bits of it because I used to watch like weird like police chase programs at like really late at night. When there was nothing else on. And before I started watching YouTube like properly.
Before I started watching YouTube, I was actually on the Rooster Teeth website proper up until basically there was a thing where someone was trying to steal people's PayPal information, and it fucked my account up, so I didn't have the premium service. So then I'm like, yeah, screw that. I'm not going to watch them anymore.
Oh, I lost a sub. That's disappointing.
Get Agent Penis to sub.
He's already.
Agent Penis is sub, along with, let's see.
Trouble is, my subs are deceptive because like I know like a good like 6 of them are Giga and a good like 5 of them are Green Thunder.
And knowing the people in your chat, some of them probably just got banned from YouTube.
I always annoy people in my chat.
You have
Don't
the
come at me
best.
to expect me to annoy you.
You got the best YouTube chat.
Maybe. I think that's probably one of the reasons people actually come here. Like, it's that half the time my chat has nothing to do with what's actually going on in the.
Yeah, I have to admit, sometimes my eyes glaze over and I forget that you're talking.
And even though you sent me a DM saying like, "Oh, I love the sound of your voice."
Yeah, everyone likes
Double
the
packing
established
mama,
voice.
I'm a double packing mama, double fisting mama.
I know because of the early 2000s call center work. Not quite military. The people in the chat, me man. I think you're the only one in the chat right now. Maybe Red Feather's still lurking around, but that's about it.
Red Feather had to be right back, last I knew. You want to send... Playing with my magnets, why? I still need to buy more of these.
He's playing with himself, people.
No! Magnets, jackass!
Save yourself.
My neodymium magnets.
My mother would have backhanded me if I called her a jackass.
Is your mother a jackass?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you call her a jackass?
Obviously,
Does she
your
have
mother...
any nickname for you?
She keeps calling me Pooh for some reason.
She called
Apparently,
me Pooh earlier.
apparently when I was born, me and Pooh came out at the same time.
Oh my god.
What's because of that? What you couldn't tell which one was you?
I was the afterbirth. Didn't we establish this the other day with Crappy?
So at first she thought she had to explain away a brown baby.
Oh.
Was there any news?
I think we're done with the news today. This is just chatting right now because I don't want to leave. I don't want to end it right now.
Did you notice Pumpkin's name?
Yeah, I noticed it a while ago.
I just now noticed. I don't pay attention.
Yeah, donate to streamlabs.com/pumpkin chocolate. Actually, Game Fun, I was surprised you've not changed your. I'm surprised you've not changed your like avatar back to this weird like taxidermy things again.
Dude, I scared the shit out of myself when I went to get into Streamlabs to do the Fallout this morning. I forgot I had that freaking cat thing. Let me see. I do.
Green, make Baby Scotch your profile picture.
Good idea.
Why do you want to see that? Why do you want to see that before?
Fine, I'll do it. It's mine.
Why do you like that picture so much?
It's a great picture.
It's flippin' adorable.
Why is it so adorable? It's weird. Weird picture.
Yeah, what is that thing supposed to be on your head? A bonnet?
Yes. Were you not there? Were you not there when I done it?
No, I had to rewatch it. I think.
Chase's mail just goes, wow, what the fuck, Green? And English Thomas and Stitches. Yeah.
Oh yeah, hi Tom.
Yeah, apparently, like, Drunken Uncle joined, Drunken Uncle.
Oh, I used to have the link to Peter's video, but I don't have it anymore.
I
It
think he
was
may have taken that
beautiful.
down. I don't know. Sadly enough,
I've
that's
been.
still one of my most viewed streams. Is that one?
Oh yay, Green Thunder! Look at that handsome fella.
Yeah, that,
But he
I want to find the
just
ugly man.
just want to change that nappy.
Man, are you one of those weird people that actually likes the baby food?
No, I find it
Oh,
fascinating. Though.
cool. I just got a message. My order has been shipped.
What did you buy?
New headset. And a remote control snake to bug my mother with. I legitimately actually bought a pack of I think it was 12 like 6-inch long snakes just to leave laying around the house.
Wait, remote control snake. That's that thing. I didn't see this now.
Give me a second. I'll screenshot it on my phone and post it. Send it to the group.
Did he say remote control snake?
Yes, it's a snake
Oh.
and it's remote control.
I'm not going to dock myself so I can show it on screen. Because you got to do that because remember, there's people watching this. You need to actually. Although the viewers are dropping down at fast rate, I don't care. I'm still going. Fuck it. Fuck you people. So yeah, there is. Yeah, I think actually I've seen this character before. Is that? It's got like an egg that controls it. That's weird.
Oh, you.
Again, that,
I'm getting the green one.
yeah, there is a green one. I wonder if it would be more expensive than that. Guess it's not.
Pumpkin. Trucker.
Yeah.
You're so quiet.
So quiet and peaceful. Huh? So I was having to get up at 5:30 in the morning. Then was that fun?
I was not a fan.
I can imagine. Why'd you have to start so early then?
Because I didn't make it back to the warehouse last night, so I had to park where I was parked and actually where I'm parked now, because I have just enough time to go to the store that I go to every day, and because of traffic and all, I ended up being too short. And this is the closest place to the warehouse where I can predictably find a parking spot. So it left me stranded out. So I had to start early because my deadline for today does not change because I was running late. So
That's that would be annoying.
right. So if I had still woken up and started at the same time that I usually do, I'd end up being late. So, but it usually works out because tonight/tomorrow morning I get to sleep in because I don't have to start until I would say about 8 a.m. Because in a case like this, the load I've got tomorrow, is a lot shorter than the load I had today. So
I wouldn't class 8 a.m. start as a sleep in.
yeah, well, for me it is.
It's better than a 5:30 a.m. start, definitely. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm sleeping live. I'm just gonna just be a dick and just stay alive. Is what I'm not. Oh man. But I mean, at least it's been got 13 on this late, not so bad then.
I
Better
wish
and
I
worse.
to be that one person to be a dick.
Yeah, I'm used to it by
Yeah.
now.
You know, I like this cat.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the person in the background, though.
Oh,
I don't know. I just found this picture. It's a cute cat.
Yeah, most cats are cute, though, unless it's the hairless ones.
Yeah, the hairless ones can be pretty ugly.
Is it just me, or does the hairless cats look like Patrick Stewart?
they look like Gordon Ramsay.
Hmm.
Oh, now that you got that up, I'm going to have to do something.
No, because if you're going to do that, I'm just going to not present you anymore. I don't trust you.
It's nothing bad.
Hey, isn't that the one that scared you?
Yes, this is the one that I log into StreamYards, and this is the image I'm met with. I'm like, God damn. That is some.
Thunder scares himself.
Listen, you forget that you have a messed up avatar, and someone's like D- in freaking taxidermy class. Just
4 by 5 shifts this week for 6 a.m. starts. Sucks fucking good. It sucks ass. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It could be worse. I actually started my clock working at about 5:15. I pulled my brakes with, you're going to love this.
Because I noticed the thumbnail for your stream was dark. It was dark when you were still going. Which you know it's bad if you wake up and it's still dark.
Yeah, no. Okay. Where is it? Yeesh. That's how much time I had left to drive.
7 seconds, or is that minutes?
7 seconds. And I'm 40 minutes over my 14-hour clock. That's how much time I had to drive when I stopped and pulled my brakes, was 7 seconds. Damn, I'm good.
7 seconds early.
That's pretty incredible.
It wasn't early. If I actually used that last 7 seconds and went 1 second over, I get in trouble.
Really, just for going 1 second over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The law is the law.
What happens then?
The company, as long as it doesn't happen too often, the company is a slap on the wrist. Problem is, if the police catch me doing that, if the law catches me doing that, it can go anywhere from $100 to $1,000.
Even if it's just 1 second over.
Yep. Because over is over.
Is that what pilots do to prevent fatigue? You can't drive for.
Oh, Red Feather's back.
Red
Feather's back.
Is that timer for making sure you don't drive too much and get really tired? Or? Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is they never acknowledge that this kind of stuff actually tends to fatigue drivers more, because expectations of me do not change. Now, I ran perfectly legal before, but it was a different system. The other system actually afforded me a little bit of wiggle room every day. The problem is, the other system afforded me a few minutes of wiggle room every day. The problem is, under this system, there's no wiggle room whatsoever. So,
yeah, I think they should allow at least some wiggle room.
Right. We should be allowed some. Now, the problem is the expectations of me to drive that 640 miles does not change. I could have gotten, under the old system, I could have actually gotten here with, it would have said anywhere from that. It would have said anywhere from 1 minute to 10 minutes.
And what if
It
the
all
one's
dep-
from the, what if that one's from the different machine? 11-hour versus the 14-hour.
The 11-hour, I can drive up to 11 hours provided it's within that 14-hour windows. Which means in that 14-hour window, I've got up to 3 hours of, in that 14-hour window, in that 14-hour window, I've got up to 3 hours of doing anything else except specifically driving.
So does that mean you have to just stop randomly then, which makes your load even, which means you're going to be late for your load either way?
You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to expend that full 14 every day. It's like with my streams, how I'm sure you've noticed with my streams, usually somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock, when I get to my delivery, I shut down my stream and I come back in about an hour later and start again.
Yeah.
The thing is that 11 hours is not counting down while I'm there, but that 14 is. So that hour that I'm there, that's one of those 3 hours that I'm allowed to do anything except just drive. Good news is the piddling around I'm doing. Sorry. The good news is the piddle around that I'm doing, other than working, does not account against that 11. It's stuff that I've got to do anyway. At least that 11 o'clock hour thing is not, or that 11 hours thing is not ticking. The 14-hour thing is ticking, by the way. Once it starts, it started, period. There's nothing you can do about it. So, yeah. Now, the thing is, under the old system, it still counted down like this, except the old system, it could take anywhere from 2 minutes to 10 minutes to actually sit there and say, okay, now you're driving. And then once you hit that point and it starts counting you driving, the amount of time that you're actually moving did not actually count against you. Now it does. So.
See, it shouldn't though. Because you're not moving, you're not diving.
I don't think it should, but it does. I mean, that's the problem. That's the problem with that's the whole problem with the law as it stands when it comes to this, is they got so many different drivers started getting so specific or so petty about how things are treated. They got to the police, or the law got to the point of saying, okay, you want to sit there and play a second here, a second there, a minute here, a minute there. This is how we're going to do it. So.
And the thing is, like, sometimes you like go to the shop before you end up going to, like, not just something like a Walmart or something before you go back to the yard. Does that count as well? Where you drive your truck there?
Yes, it counts. If it was my person, if I owned this truck, there would actually be a separate classification under driving, which specifically means I'm driving it for personal use. But seeing though it's not my personal vehicle, seeing though I do not own it, I can't use that.
Wow.
So.
Is it better to own your own or no?
Highly depends. It really depends.
Because I guess you don't have to pay for insurance and stuff like that, or the fuel, because you're
Nope.
Or repairs or anything need to be done.
Nope. Now, if I owned my truck, if I actually owned my truck, I would have to pay for repairs and fuels and taxes and all this stuff. But instead of right now where I make The amount of money I make now would probably be tripled if I owned the truck. But considering what I'm paid now is not that much under a price per gallon, or let me rephrase that. The amount of money I make per mile now would cover the fuel. That's it.
Cryptic, the girl on stream is Mandy. You were speaking to her in the chat earlier.
Is Cryptic?
Yeah, Cryptic's down in chat.
Hello, Cryptic. Hey, I told Scott we want his used underpants.
I swear I'm going to be sick now.
Yeah, I also
I'm sorry.
I read that Mandy you sent me as well.
I actually read the clock wrong when I was looking at it. I wasn't 40 minutes over. I was only 40 seconds. Right now, I'm only 10 minutes past my 14-hour deadline.
Because you sent me this song from this band.
Oh, yeah.
I think they put all these systems in place because of dishonest people. It's the same shit where they can't govern themselves, so they make the government interference.
That is true. That is true. That is highly true. And the big problem, especially when it comes to truck drivers, I mean, it got to so many drivers were trying to figure out ways to get around the rules and to do what they wanted to do despite the rules, is how the rules got so strict and so absolutely asinine.
Cryptic, Mandy's been on my stream before, you just must have forgotten.
Yeah.
I know
I'm not that
diesel
memorable.
fuel is a fair bit. How much is that DEF stuff that you have to use?
Depends on how you get it. If you buy it from a bottled store, or if you buy it bottled from like a Walmart, it'll cost you up to $15 for 2.5 gallon bottle. If you go to a truck stop that has DEF pumps, you can pump it for $3 a gallon.
Do you get free Adderall if you're a truck driver?
No. That's funny. If I pump enough fuel at a truck stop, I get free coffee.
Well, they should have a better reward system. Free Adderall.
Do they still have stuff like Yellow Jackets?
It's literally free coffee, though, because you don't even have to pay for your fuel. So it's free coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they still have Yellow Jackets. They don't have the ephedra in it anymore. Luckily enough, I do know which two. I do know. Okay, ephedra, as the stuff kids were taking to make their hearts blow up. That was actually a combination of two extracts. And when the kids were taking it to where their hearts were blown up, nobody ever mentioned that they were taking them 5-6 pills at a time. But it was a combination of two ingredients, and if you know what the two ingredients are, you can buy one of those one of those energy pills that has the one ingredient, one energy pills that has the other ingredient, and take that.
And Cryptic, you just met her today.
What?
Cryptic says that he just met you today.
No, Mandy's been around a while. She was just
Cryptic's being
KIA
a troll.
for a bit. Or no, not KIA, MIA.
Send Mandy and me them trusty panties, no.
I was POW MIA.
Yeah, KIA
LOL.
would have been killed in action, and you seemed not to be killed.
Only slightly. Not quite dead.
Also, I don't know how you'd be KIA for a bit. Like, no, they were KIA. They just came back this morning, though. And now, damn zombie Marines.
Cryptic, we should send Scotty to Syria and have him fight.
Why would you want to send me to Syria? I don't want to go to Syria. Who the fuck wants to go to Syria?
Certain death.
How
Exactly.
much
That's why I
sleep
don't
do
want to
you
go to
get,
Syria.
Tucker, on average? What is it? Red Feather wants to know.
What?
If I would have to say, give me a moment, and thanks to the fact that I am a member of the Camp Breeze Brigade at night, I can actually give you a medically measured number.
I average about 5 or 6 hours a night. Sometimes less, and sometimes more. Probably say to yourself about 5 or 6 hours.
What was the question?
All right.
How much sleep
The
do you
sleep
get?
time.
Please wait, turning on. Yeah.
I don't know who Mandy is. I know who Mandy G is.
Right.
You're strange. Cryptic, you're a strange human being.
Cryptic. You traitor.
All right, my average usage is 6 hours and 29 minutes a night. That's my average use over the last 3 months.
But that doesn't count as sleep, though, does it? Because that just counts how long you have the thing on, doesn't it?
No, this machine actually knows when I'm sleeping and when I'm not.
So you sleep more than I do, then.
Its breathing pattern sleeps. Well, here's the thing. There's those nights like, remember a week or two ago, I sent y'all the message saying, holy crap, I slept for 13 hours last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, those nights that I sleep for 13 hours, the average just means there's another night there that I did not sleep at all. See what I mean?
Yeah.
629 is the average. So.
Yeah, because to be honest, I think we're all insomniacs around here.
Yeah, I ain't complaining. I mean, I sleep, since they put me on this machine, I sleep better than I ever did, really.
I complain because I have no other reason to be an insomniac, but I am.
Yeah.
Unless I'm sick, I don't get much sleep, and then if I get sick, I sleep for like 24 hours straight, and then I'm good.
And
I don't think that's sleep. That's the coma, Green Thunder.
What was that, Andy?
Remember?
I said that's not sleep. That's the coma, Green.
Yeah.
It's better than feeling sick.
He's got a point. Yeah, before they put me on this machine, I actually was one of those guys. The ones who get anywhere from 0 sleep to tops 3 hours of sleep a night, and then once every couple of weeks just passes out and sleeps for 14 hours. I used to be one of those before I got on this machine.
And Red Feather wants to know how it knows you're actually sleeping.
Because your breathing pattern changes when you fall asleep.
It's either 3 or 11 here. I can't get any sleep routine. Mine's all over the place. I don't fucking wake up during the night as well randomly, which is annoying.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you a funny story there, Feather. You may get a laugh out of this machine. It knows when I'm asleep, or it knows when I've actually fallen asleep. Now here's the thing. The whole wife thing. Wife nudges the husband up in the middle of the night to say, "Hey, there's a bad guy here, or the baby's awake, or something." Either way, it's your turn to deal with it. The problem is, my wife will nudge me to wake me up, no problem. The problem is, I actually have to shut the machine off and take the mask off before I can speak to her. Because that soon after waking up, waking up, the machine has not realized that I'm awake yet. And if I try to talk to her, it forces a whole bunch of air down my throat and chokes me because it thinks I'm snoring.
Yeah, so it's a sleep apnea attack there.
Yeah, it's a sleep. That's what it is. It's a sleep apnea machine.
I've learned that Cryptic doesn't know how to spell nudes.
Was it CPAP or BiPAP? There's a difference.
Well, mine's actually a full APAP, but
Okay, I've not heard of that one.
it's
Do
absolutely
you sound
it's
like Darth Vader?
yes,
Do you
actually.
sound like Darth Vader when you're
When,
talking it?
I don't think of asthma. Are you like
No,
are you asthmatic or something? Like do you have asthma?
no. No, the reason I have a full APAP, which is the automatic, absolutely 100% automatic, is okay. Like the typical CPAP that's under, was just mentioning. It's set for one particular air pressure. A BiPAP is set for 2 particular air pressures. Mine is fully automatic and will go through the full spectrum of whatever pressure I need at the time. Because my problem isn't the whole airway closure or nothing like that. My problem is I'll start breathing really shallow at night. And that's what wakes me up. So the machine says, well, he only needs, 0.1 of pressure this time right now. And then later on, he'll need 4 points of pressure. Later on, he'll need 7 or, it's constantly adjusting pressure to what I need. Which is why, like I said, if my wife wakes me up before I fully wake up, if I try to talk to her while I've got that mask on, it thinks I'm starting to snore and shoves a whole bunch of air down my throat.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
That sounds violent.
The only thing, you could say that, but the thing is, the only thing it really did was teach me to take the mask off before I talk.
Yeah. Lesson learned there. Does that also happen if you wake up during the night then?
What do you mean?
Because you wake up during the night, randomly would it do the same thing? You're not snoring anymore.
Well, no, it's still doing its thing when I first wake up, but it's a matter of if I go back to sleep, if it's one of those where you just kind of start awake and then, or you jump to a start waking up and you immediately fall back to sleep afterwards, that's a no harm, no foul. It just does its thing to help me go back to sleep. And if I'm awake for good, it knows I'm awake, and if I leave the machine on or if I leave the mask on for too long while I'm actually awake, it'll beep.
Okay, English song. Cryptic's making English song for me.
He's pitching a man tent.
I hope it's sausages have the same type of picture. I don't want to see a guy dressed as the Sailor Moon. Thanks to Pro Jared.
Thanks for inviting me to the sausage party.
We used to have more women on here. Like I said, I was going to ask where Keybon is. I don't know where Keybon is.
She's out at that thing with her kids.
Trucker, sing truckin'.
Hmm?
Sing truckin'.
Sing?
Yeah.
No singing.
Nah.
Scott, sing. The
No, I haven't
Proclaimer.
been paid to sing. I need paid to sing. The only person that pays me. Cryptic pays me to sing occasionally, but that's about it.
I'm working on it. I just haven't gotten the money in my account yet.
I don't want your money. I don't want to sing. So, yeah.
I am I sing when the mood hits me kind of guy.
I'll sing when I'm drunk and I'm trying to stop drinking. Cryptic says he'll make me sing, so he's probably going to. I expect he'll make me in
Yay!
3 minutes.
Then his hat and yeah, Mandy, half the stuff I sing you wouldn't want to hear.
Yeah, we've heard him sing.
I could be a much worse singer. I know that.
But
I mean, I know I ain't no Frank. I know I'm not a Frank Sinatra, but
You know, baby Scots. You know, baby Scots.
No, because I can keep a rhythm and a tune.
I
I don't need a bucket. I don't need a bucket to carry a tune. Sorry, Scotty.
I didn't need any bucket. Oh, there we go. I need to sing now. You got your wish, Mandy. Got your wish. I like the song that I know.
Yeah, what is it?
I need to see. I need to load my Streamlabs up first. Cryptic, I think you've already paid me to sing this before, but okay. Thank you, Cryptic, for the £5. They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Just thinking I'm white and fuck's sake. That one up.
You know, you didn't get as far as you usually do before saying "for fuck's sake, Scotty."
Thank you, Cryptic, for the £5. They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm just so white and nerdy. Thinking I'm just so too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
When does the iTunes album come out? When are you dropping that on us, Scott?
And obviously when I think the theater was getting all the clips and then getting into Blind Girl, and Blind Girl uploads them as videos. I think that's how it worked. Thinking I know how to get my revenge back. But yeah. I need to find worse pictures actually.
I'm sure better could be found as well.
When I have insomnia, like yesterday, Scott suffers because he ends up with all this weird shit in his inbox. There's like pictures of adult babies and.
Thing is, it wasn't even that late at night we sent it because I was still awake.
Yeah, I
It
think
wasn't that late at night for you.
So should I be thankful that I only get pictures about McRibs?
Yeah.
So you know the thing is, as far as the McRib goes, I'm kind of along the lines of everybody else. The sandwich itself, I could do with or without. You know, because well, the thing is, for me, it's the sauce. I'm all about that sauce.
Because you sent me one saying like, "Oh my god, this is." You sent me one like 6 o'clock at night for my time. It must have been 1 o'clock for you. Oh my god, I found your little brother. Some fucking guy dressed as a baby.
You're going to have to give me a second on that one. I may have an image.
Oh dear God.
I want to set up adult baby play dates for you.
Let them die, for fuck's sake. Something could just die. And that's one of them.
Do you use Craigslist over there?
No. Actually, how long did you live over here for, actually? Because you come from here, don't you?
I was only born in Edinburgh.
And your accent's weird, though, because, like...
I've lived everywhere, though. A lot of my childhood was England, and then I went to Florida. And now Montana. I lived in Virginia, New York.
I think you can order this mask off Wish. I'm not sure.
As if you still get, what happened to your horse mask? Have you still got that?
Oh, it's the crying baby.
It is in the other room. And it's a unicorn.
Unicorn, national animal of Scotland.
One of these days, I'm going to wear my green spandex suit and turn my camera on.
It's like a country song. Guys, anything by Johnny Cash? I like Johnny Cash.
Love is a burning thing. It makes... Anyway.
Oh, I've got another song to sing.
Hmm.
I've got another song to sing now. Yeah, don't fuck up this song. You expect me not to? It hasn't come through yet. I thought Mandy was English when I first heard her. She has a sensible accent. Tom, are you saying that people who aren't English don't have sensible accents?
I can't see the chat.
There should be a thing for you to highlight the live chat in StreamYard.
Hmm.
I think it's below the thing.
Oh, below the thing. Yeah.
I don't remember. I did it last night with my bad dog because I couldn't be asked to download my avatar to my phone. So I went with a whole new one.
Thank you, Cryptic, for the £5 on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. This life I love is making music with my friends. I just can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again, going to places I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again. Thank you, Cryptic, for the £5.
Cryptic, this is a losing game. He cannot carry a tune.
I'm betting he's going to travel about 5,000 miles on that road.
I feel it's 500, isn't it?
500.
Okay, fine, 500 miles.
Cryptic says
I don't
gold,
know.
you suck. Well,
That joke's gone about 5,000 miles.
Why the hell do I have this? 1 second.
I've what?
Give it a second. You'll find out.
Oh, God.
I don't like surprises from Green Thunder anymore.
Oh, that one's not bad, actually. What is that? Is that a Ninja Turtle, is it?
I think it is. I don't remember where I got it. It's in my not safe for life folder.
Why is it in your not safe?
I don't know. There's an awesome porn picture in that folder too that I need to move.
Oh, change it back to Baby Scots.
It looks like some weird Ninja Turtle.
Give me a second. Let me give you this while I go get baby shots.
Well, I get the feeling that you're going to make the Baby Scots thing. You made like a thumbnail for one of your videos one day, Green Thunder.
So, what is the adult baby scene like in Scotland lately?
The adult baby theme? What do you mean by that?
The scene. You have any parties at your house where you're all in cribs and diapers running around?
No. Where are you used panties, Scotty? They're on my floor right now. Surely must know.
What?
You must know where my used pants are.
Yeah, we're waiting.
How much are you going to pay for them?
We didn't say we were going to pay, and you never said no, so it's legally
They're going to
binding.
break into your house.
Yes, and as far as yes to consent, I didn't consent. I just ignored it.
Cryptic and I know our rights. Send us the underpants.
Panties, not pants. No, pants and panties are the same thing.
Skivvies. I would love to see the customs agent that inspected them.
Washed or unwashed? That's the question.
Scotsman selling his used undies.
Hey, if there's a woman that can get away, if there's a woman that can get away with selling bath water, someone's bound to buy my boxers from somewhere, surely.
Japanese businessmen are buying all your used skivvies now.
I need to start selling just random people just a bundle of sticks.
You're gonna
That's why
sell
I'm
a
going.
faggot.
Yep. I'm going to start selling faggots.
Yeah, pork faggots.
I know people hate the word faggot, but it's so fun to say. They should have used a different word.
It's just a weird word for bundle of sticks. I've got plenty of sticks. I'm surrounded
Oh,
by
Cryptic
wood.
wants to join.
Are you able to send him a whatchamajigger?
Cryptic, I'll send you the link on Discord. Hey, Cryptic, check your Discord DMs.
Scotty sliding into those Discord DMs, Cryptic. It's only a matter of time now.
I wonder what his board to pick with me is. I'll be on just for 1 minute. We'll see what happens then. So then,
Cryptic has said you're the only man for him, Scotty.
there goes Cryptic. Right.
Cryptic!
I want to do this one.
Scotty,
Yeah.
send me them panties.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not going to apply right.
You make me feel
Cryptic.
normal. I
Cryptic,
feel like
we should Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants with us once we get them.
No. We're gonna take them around the United States. Just charge people $5 to sniff on Scotty's little crusty panties.
Hey,
The
do I at least get
tropical
some of this money, or do I just get nothing?
The very tropical scent of Scotland.
You ain't getting shit.
I think that's the first time I ever heard of Scotland being described as tropical.
Yes, it's a tropical paradise.
I mean, they've got freaking unicorns.
Yes, we do have unicorns.
Yeah. Scotty's
And
one.
they have at least up to 100 army troops.
Well, Scotty's one of the unicorn. That's why everybody mounts his ass. I'm sorry, Scotty. I love you, buddy.
That's funny.
No homo.
Pretty sure
It's
it's plenty
never-
home. I'm pretty sure it's plenty home. Seeing the fact you want my, you want my pants.
I want your panties, not your pants. Your pants are nasty.
What's the difference?
Your drawers, dude. He wants your drawers.
I know in America they mean trousers. Yeah.
With extra pubes.
No.
Oh,
Extra.
no.
No.
Gee.
You know when a man had a pee, right? If you don't shake it enough, you take it back into your pants, your underwear, you leave a little stuff behind. It builds up after a while. So that's something.
I don't even know anymore. Oh no. There's definitely more people on the stream now than there's watching the stream at this point. Okay.
Boy.
Oh man, this is.
What the hell do I get myself into?
I
And
don't know.
anyway,
When's
if you
nap
could
time?
eat the shipping cost on those panties as well, please.
It's
Thank
best not to ask.
No, I'll pay for it, Mandy. We'll share the profit, all right?
you.
And you know what? That profit, we need a steady stream of Scotty's panties, so we probably have to tie him up too.
How much do you think I own?
Probably like 300 pairs of women panties.
At least. He's
I-
sitting on a pile of used undies right now.
I imagine Scotty, every time he goes to the store to buy clothes, he goes to the women's section and buy a couple pair of thongs, some G-strings, some lace, butterfly
You gotta
ones.
dress for the job you want.
Yeah.
You think I'm like a cross-dresser in my...
Look, Scotty, it's okay that you have some butterfly panties that open in the middle for easy access. You're good.
Oh,
Oh dear.
yeah, agreed. Oh dear.
Look, I'm here to bring down a stream. That's my job is.
Oh, this stream was this stream was brought down from the start when Green Thunder's mom came on.
I just realized I should not have a picture of my cat around Cryptic. Let me change that.
Now, Cryptic has his own cat.
I got my own pussy. Fuck off.
It's the only pussy you're getting these days, isn't it?
That and you.
I have a dick, so that doesn't count.
No, he wants the man cunt.
Yeah. You just got to split in the middle, you know?
Well,
Look,
just think the man cunt.
it's called mangina.
I think it's called a manny because it's a manly fanny.
Look, I can take pictures of my titties and send it to you too if you want.
No, send them to Mandy. Mandy seems like the kind of person that would enjoy them.
Oh, I sent Manny nudes already. She
Yeah,
loved them.
I got my news for the day.
Yeah, so that'll be Mandy's fat for the night then.
He sent me a picture of noodles.
She said she wanted nudes. She didn't say what kind.
You wonder what is that meant to be?
You can't. It's a baby hedgehog. I shit you not. That is a baby hedgehog.
It looks like a baby hedgehog that someone stewed on.
Apparently, that's how they come out. Okay, I can't help that is how they come out.
When do they? At what age do they turn blue and collect coins?
I think that's more if they get into some nasty ooze or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, by the way, Tom, Scotty doesn't just have a goddamn panty room. He has a freaking vault of panties.
How big do you think my house is?
I don't know. You probably live in a burrow somewhere. You know, like maybe like one of those.
Burrow.
Scotty's got a whole vault of panties. Well, I guess we know what Victoria's Secret is, huh?
Yeah, he's like one of those hobbits. You know, they dig on the ground, just build a gigantic vault.
Sometimes I'm small and I have big feet. So in other words, I'm small with big hairy feet.
Cryptic. How did the pictures of Scots with long hair treat you? Did they make you feel funny in your pants?
Oh
as well?
shit!
Imagine that. Yeah.
It shot straight up. My wee went whoop whoop. Oh, this is not going to end well for any of us.
No, it's
I
not.
think the long hair is majestic, Scott.
Look, the long hair, he can braid it, you know? He can braid it, tie it in a little bow. You know, take some pictures.
I
Sell it.
think the image you're talking about is this one.
No, well, there's another one. He's yeah, it's that one, Scott. Yeah.
Hey, see, this one was a while ago.
Was that his real hair? Like,
Yeah, that was actually my real hair at one
Oh,
point.
that's one of his wigs.
oh, you fucking hippie.
I still want to know what is up with the biker goggles. Did you actually ride a bike?
No, this was taken when I did car mechanics at college. And
If
so
I
I had,
snap,
Scotty.
they made you
if I
wear
snap
glasses.
at the photo, it looks like my Aunt Vicky from a distance.
They made you wear glasses.
Yeah.
You look like you belong in a computer convention.
Well, that's actually what I study now. It's computing.
Computer what? Are you doing computer engineering?
Yeah.
Good luck finding a job.
That's reassuring.
You know why, right?
Yeah, Marcus oversaturated, is it?
No, because your ass ain't brown and you ain't from India. Trust me, they will hire a freaking Indian guy that's way cheaper than you.
I can believe that, to be honest.
That's how they do it in America. If you ain't brown and you're from India, they'll hire you. But if you're from America, you're not gonna. It's not that you can't do it. It's gonna be hard. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because they've already a lot of tech companies over here do actually outsource their like tech support and their call centers over to India because it's much cheaper. So yeah.
Oh, they're doing it to engineers too. So trust me, I know. But there's always hope. So just just tell them you're gonna tickle their bits. You're gonna switch their flip flops. You're gonna make their hard drive harder than hell. You'll be good.
You're gonna change their software to hardware.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the D in that SSD.
Yeah. Don't forget to tickle them bits, go with your finger. Which, yeah, that's what you do. You know anything about? Do you know anything about D flip flops? Just tell them that D is your dick.
I could just say solid state drive's not the only thing I'm gonna make solid.
Cryptic likes flip flops. He wears them.
Oh yeah, they're called thongs for a reason.
He probably wears them. He probably wears them with socks.
He's
Yeah.
got pretty feet.
Fuck yeah, I got some hairy, pretty feet. My feet are so freaking pretty and so hairy. I can be called Hobbit.
Have you sent them to Peter yet?
No,
Yeah.
I need to send it. No, I'm gonna send it to Scotty though. He's a feet connoisseur.
No, because so far the only thing you've sent me on Discord is an invite to my own Discord. Which is, I don't even get that one.
And I felt like doing it, so
It's weird humor, isn't it?
It's classic Cryptic right there.
I'm the most random person you'll ever meet in your life.
I've noticed.
Have you not met Thunder?
Nah, Thunder ain't got shit on me.
I may have shared Blind Girl stream with Blind Girl like over Twitter or YouTube, like in the YouTube messages.
If you're willing to work long and hard as those brown men, you'll be all right. Kitchen work is getting the same.
You look, I do it for fun. I know what I'm doing when I bullshit. Maybe I do it because I'm bored, sure, but it is what it is.
That's fine. It's amusing. It's amusing a lot of the time.
I got bored and made an alt account that's Streamlabs. I seriously hope they don't freaking care.
That's why I come up with different ways to kill you, Scotty.
Just sheer boredom, is it?
Yes.
No, it's because if he can't have you, nobody can. So you have to be killed.
So, my
We have to put
challenge,
you down.
you need to get like a sea lamprey in on one of these deaths.
Oh, I can get any. I can kill Scotty with a freaking cat.
You
Just-
could kill with. I guess Cryptic's butt cheeks have killed before.
How was that?
Whoa,
But
Wow.
I think that's you, Green.
I'm playing with my Nerf gun. Leave me alone.
It can't be green now because he lives in the middle of nowhere. That sounds like a car or something.
Yeah.
No, it's a battery bad op Nerf gun.
Ah,
So it has a motor that launches the darts. And now it's jammed. You stupid piece of crap.
see, it was a cheap one or a very expensive one. That's why it's shit. 'Cause
Listen, you get it out of a freaking discount store that legitimately there was like just tables and shit spread all over the tables.
it was like one of those bargain bins.
Yeah.
I will never work at the kitchen again, Tom. I'll tell you that now.
What happened when you work at a kitchen?
That shit is fucking stressful.
It is.
Look, my first job, I was 14. All right, I worked at an amusement park. I worked at a restaurant. I worked there for 2 years, and I worked at a restaurant. And then I joined the military, and blah blah blah. I got out. I worked at a whole bunch of other goddamn jobs until I got my degree, and here I am, stressed the fuck out again because deadlines.
Yeah, so my like stress relief then.
Yeah, I joke around on the internet to relieve stress. That's fair.
Fair enough.
My stress relief usually involves fire relieves stress, especially if you but only if you know how to control it. By
Oh
control
no,
it, I
you've been
mean
setting
saying
fires again.
it. It's technically in a pan that someone freaking destroyed, so it's only good to contain fire.
Well, it's better than what I thought you said we were about to say. You said you shove something up your,
Either that or there's that tree cannon or log cannon that is fun.
You're gonna blow your thumb off with that.
Probably.
Well, that'll be your own fault.
Listen, I fully acknowledge that the things I do are not smart
Why do you do them, man?
because they're fun.
Say hello, Cap. Say hello. Loki, say hello. You little
Hello.
shitbag.
I think we should all take a trip to Michigan and just be Green Thunder for a day.
Why would anyone want to be Green Thunder for a day? And Red Feather's back again for like the third time. Welcome back again, Red Feather.
Hi, Red Feather.
Hey, Red.
I mean, all I do all day is sit on the couch and every once in a while go outside, walk around, poke my head under rocks, seeing what I find.
Yeah, you live in a swamp, though, don't you, very much?
The swamp's further back, but yeah, most of it's wetland.
You know, difference between a wetland and a woman, right?
No, what?
I don't know. I didn't think of the joke through, so let me think about it.
I don't know. I want to go back to the swamp right now because hunting.
The difference between a wetland and a woman is on a wetland, the bugs actually belong there.
That's very good. Pumpkin, that's very good. You know, you deserve a clap. Hold on.
I got up before and had to go back to work. My way into management, the way it's going, I'll be out in 6 months. Once you get a different job, or you're just leaving your job or getting sacked.
Hey, Scotty.
Yeah.
How close are you to graduating?
This is my last year at college.
Have you gotten get an internship? Don't fuck this shit up. Get an internship.
Well, that's what I've been looking at right now. I've
Don't look at
I
it.
had an interview, a help desk thing, so like, if I'm lucky, I might be able to like do that while I'm still at college, and at least then, maybe at least get my foot in the door.
Yeah, you better get something because when I graduated, I didn't had an internship, and it took me almost a year to get a job because everybody was like, no, you didn't do any kind of internship. I'm like, you fucking shit.
What I'm trying to do, I'm doing that kind of stuff now, so that at least become, because I can still because the way things work over here is colleges and universities are different, and so I can go and do 2 extra years at university if I wanted to. So I'm gonna look at both of those options. I'm getting a job.
If I were to do anything now, I would have to get a master's degree, and I don't want to do a master's degree. I'm too old for that shit.
Well, you're never too old. You're in your 30s, like you're not.
I'm still too old for that shit. I'd rather just make money because right now I make enough money, and I want.
Hey, Scotty, don't knock it. He makes not enough money to make you make a fool out of yourself.
Yeah, he's
and I
basically a
appreciate
sugar
that
daddy.
money.
Oh,
I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking him. I'm just, he's not too old to.
I spend way too much money. So I bullshit here and I give money. I do it to Lord of the Knights. I do it to Alex, and I do it to the Redneck, Bloodwing. And I do it everywhere. I just do it random because I ain't got shit else to spend the money on. So.
Damn it!
I don't.
Speaking of actually Streamlabs later, Rose Dreamer, stop, please.
What you do?
They're taking 10% for you to give me money from your credit card.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. So if anything, you're losing out on money doing that.
Yeah. Whenever the thing is, what is it, like 55 cents or something?
I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, it's like 9, 10, or 11% StreamYards make, or Streamlabs takes out of every donation.
And then
you get your promotion.
It's still better than it's still better than YouTube. 30%. Yeah.
True. Oh, and by the way, Rose Dreamer, I will do it later on the phone privately with you. Thank you.
I don't know the difference, but in the similarity is Onision likes to fuck young girls in wetlands. It's a bit grim.
The easiest way to give somebody money directly without taking much of a cut is to PayPal themselves. But you know,
I think Streamlabs does take just a little bit. I've noticed.
yeah, they take the least, but they still take a percentage. But if you want to give a direct, let's say you want £20, if I were to give you £20, I would give you £20 to PayPal because they don't take any cut because it's considered a business transaction.
PayPal. The only time PayPal really takes a cut is when you go to withdraw the money, Scotty. If you withdraw it instantly, it's 2-3%. If you withdraw it the slow way, which can take a couple days, there's no percentage.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yep. All right, guys. I am going to bounce because I am tired as hell.
All right, night trucker.
All right.
Night trucker.
It's okay.
Night, Cryptic. Night, everyone.
Which one was it on Monkey in the Morning that like pretty much freaked out when they saw Streamlabs talking to Monkey?
I don't know. I didn't watch Monkey in the Morning this morning. I've watched it for a while actually because I've been sleeping during it.
It was great.
I've never heard of it. What kind of stream is it?
Monkey in the Morning, it's kind of like mine, but better.
Yeah, anything. Have you ever heard of Downsy Eggs?
Yes. So let me explain Downsy eggs. So Monkey's theory is if you don't have a baby before you're 30, right? Your eggs, you pop out.
Right, be right back.
The eggs are downs. Has a high chance of having downs, so you call them Downsy eggs.
It's like a gumball machine, and the gumballs are stale. Something like that.
Okay, imagine a woman. Imagine a woman in her 20s, right? And she has nice, pristine eggs. The eggs are fresh. The babies,
so fresh, so clean.
They have a lower chance of having a birth defect or Downsy
A
baby.
dolphin baby.
Yeah. So the older you get, the more likely you will have a baby that has medical issue or Downs. So that's what Monkey was talking about.
35 that the Downsy starts.
Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to, pop a kid with anybody over 35. Hell. But anyway, he's gone right now, so I don't want the stream to be having a shitload of dead air.
Yeah, you could just adopt your own Down syndrome child.
Exactly. You know who I'm going to adopt? I'm going to adopt myself. Shit.
But Monkey in the Morning is entertaining enough. Fun to watch.
I catch it here. I catch it a lot, but I catch it. So, by the way, let's not Monkey in the Morning, but like
speak of other streams.
No, like Lord of the Nights, right? I usually skip the first hour because I don't like the whole, because they talk about the same stuff kind of type of deal, which is fine, but like this, I'm getting tired of this whole Trump thing. So I just skip.
I don't know why people are so mad about the retarded president. I mean, he's definitely not the best. He's definitely not the worst either. He's somewhere in the middle. He's doing okay.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But the thing is, the media is so freaking corrupt. I don't care. I don't want to hear about it. I'm just tired of it. It's their format, which is fine. I come in after and make dad jokes. That's all I care about.
Things with the media, though, I wonder how long the media has been corrupt for.
They've been corrupt since the freaking 80s. That's when they've lost their way since the 80s. Basically, they've steadily became more partisan. Now that they're openly partisan, and they don't have any objectivity anymore. So that's why I don't. Somebody asked me, do you watch? Well, one of my coworkers, she asked me, do you watch the news? I was like, no. Do you? I was like, why should I? They lie all the time, and they're like, well, no, they don't. I'm like, well, where are you getting your information? Well, from the same fucking source.
Because for me, back in the 80s and 90s, people would have taken what the news said as gospel.
No,
Their biases can easily be exposed.
well, in America, it started with the whole Michael Brown, the riots in California, and then Jesse, them basically covering for Jesse Jackson, all that good stuff. Well, not good stuff, bad stuff. That's when we realized that the media is just fucking corrupt, and then it got more corrupt as Bush became president, and then Obama, when he became president, they didn't do fucking god of all criticism of him. They treated him with like baby fucking gloves, and that's when
Obama.
Yeah, they just, and then now that Trump is president, was not one of their own, they fucking are going fucking insane, and I'm just tired of it.
But was there any doubt Trump would be president? I mean, he basically.
Well, there were plenty of doubts. A lot of people didn't actually believe it would happen. It was still a pretty big shock when it happened. It was the same as Brexit, really. That was a big shock as well.
Yeah, but there's people in Middle America and people are living in the rural and suburbs. They're tired of fucking big city Democrats just trying to run their life, and you have these cities that are run by Democrats for 50 years and they're corrupt. They shoot each other like left and right. That's where most of the gun violence in America supposedly come from. Is
Detroit, because Detroit was one of the richest cities in America at one point. Look at it.
Well, it's Detroit,
it
Chicago.
help that one of the mayors straight up stole the money and like passed it off to his wife, but his wife didn't have the same last name, so they couldn't get the money back.
Yeah, Trump can't be bought. That's mainly why they hate him. Yeah, if Trump has the money, what does he need the money for?
Trump is a billionaire. He doesn't care about the money. My theory is the reason why he's more right wing than he usually is, because he's a Democrat. He's a liberal. He's a New York Democrat. The reason why he's left
20 years ago, people have said that.
Yeah, but what thing is, people pissed him off, and he's one of those people. I'm like him. I'm exactly like him. It's like, oh, you're calling me like, even though I've supported your side most of my life, you calling me this and that. I'm just gonna do the opposite of what the fuck you said. I'm gonna succeed. That's what he's doing.
It's because they moved further and further left. It's the same over here with the Labour Party. They've gone further left as well.
The Labour Party is a bunch of cucks.
Yeah, they're literal communists. Then
we know. Jeremy Corbyn is the fucking leader. Come on now. He is as bad as Bernie Sanders.
If anybody's worse than Bernie Sanders.
He supports Hamas. Okay, Jeremy Corbyn supports Hamas. We know that. He went to one of their funerals when one of the douchebags blew up kids in Gaza.
Yeah, and he also supports the IRA as well.
Yeah. The man is a commie. We all know that.
Which one do you think is going to start goose-stepping down the road with their troops first?
English Psalm wants to know, is he more right-wing or has the Overton window gone left? I don't know.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think Trump, the Overton move did move more left, but the thing is, Trump is one of those people. If you look at his personality wise, he's like, fuck you. You can call me a fucking this or that. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make it where I'm gonna fuck you over. I'm gonna screw you over. I'm gonna make your life hard. And that's what he's doing with the Democrats. He's like, fuck you guys. He is a Democrat, man. He supports gay marriage. He supports abortion. He supports, even forms of gun control. He does, but he's not going to act on it because you called him a freaking right-wing nut job. So why would he fucking help you? Like, literally, if the Democrats were actually nice to Trump, this would have been a third Obama administration. Basically, he would be third Obama. He would be the guy that fucking would like liberalize make the courts more liberal and all that stuff. But because of how they treated him, he's like, fuck you guys.
But then what happened was they ended up embracing all this intersectional bullshit, and that's what
Yeah.
they didn't want another right. They didn't want another straight white male. That's what happened.
No, I mean, if they didn't, his daughter and his son-in-law are registered fucking Democrats. They are very liberal. They are as liberal as you can fucking get. Ivanka Trump is very liberal. Kushner is very liberal. They listen. He listens to them. If the Democrats had not attacked Trump, they could have gotten some kind of gun laws, right? Control laws. They would have gotten more social programs, like probably could have increased like Medicare or whatever. You know, got some kind of reform of the Obamacare, not attempt to repeal all of that. But the thing is, they attacked him. They treated him like he's a fucking right winger, but he's not. He's never been a right winger.
I mean, he was a Democrat until about 10 years ago.
He was a Democrat until the election.
They don't care about the facts. They just care about, this.
What a
guy's
troll
evil.
move. Good job, Donald.
Yeah, he's awesome that way. Freaking.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Not meaning to sound like down to Ruben. Every time they accuse him of something, it usually turns out they themselves have done the work, same or worse. This is about banning bump stock, which is stupid, but still.
No, he's a very liberal person. Well, he's a 90s liberal. He's a liberal person. People don't understand that. He supports higher tax on the rich too, but people don't understand that either, because he's saying, you know what, fuck you guys. You're calling me all this. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna support you.
You're saying he's very liberal. Do you think he voted for Hillary?
Well, no, but I mean, I know from all his the way he voted, the way he publicly, spoke from the early 2000s to like the 80s. If you see all his videos, a lot of his policies are very liberal, like not progressive liberal, but liberal.
Well, yeah, a lot of them would have been like the same policies that like a Democratic president would have put in like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, but they've pushed him too far. They've demonized him too much.
All they've done is shoot themselves in the foot. All they've done is driven more people to the right. And it's their own fault.
Yeah, and the thing is, somebody like me that was born into communism and born into socialism, you think I would fucking vote for that shit? Come on, I would fucking rather cut off my own dick and shove it up a Democrat's ass. Well, I wouldn't shove the ass; I shove it in the nose. But
Yeah, embracing that was a fucking mistake.
Yeah,
that shit is fucking dangerous, and people don't even know.
Yeah, with the and then we are the Democrat Party in America is becoming almost the same as the liberals in Europe, which is bad because we have different values. Because in America, our most left wing before all this the last couple of years have been considered conservative to you guys. Like
our conservative party is very like they're centre left really. They're the centre left. They're centrist. They're not conservative in any way. That's false advertising. Many years ago they were, but then really in the 70s when they started embracing the same nationalisation that the Labour Party did, that's kind of when it started to turn.
Yeah, but then in the UK, right? The Tories, the Conservative, they used to be with Margaret Thatcher, at least, right? They were actually considered conservative, centrist, right? But they've moved so much closer to the liberal side that the Labour and the Greens have to go freaking far left, which shifted the Overton windows so far in the UK that basically your fucking liberals are goddamn commies.
which is where the likes of UKIP were like considered far right, even though UKIP are not. UKIP are just what the Tories should be, really.
Well, the UKIP support. If UKIP was truly right wing, they wouldn't support the NHS, but they do. They,
Some people don't know the thing,
right. Well, the thing is that UKIP had a one platform for their whole party, which is what doomed them. But the thing is, they should, like you said, they should be the Tory, what the Tory was back in the 1970s, 80s, minus the stupid, or try to support an NHS, which is, I know why you have it, but it's not a good system. You know that we don't have a good system in terms of. I know it's
not a good system, but the trouble with the UK is if you get rid of the NHS, you good luck ever winning an election again. That's the trouble with that. Is that a lot of people value the NHS very highly over here, so yeah.
But your NHS, I would not want to be sick in your system. I might have to pay more here. I might go bankrupt here, but at least I'll live.
Are you sure though? I mean, I haven't heard anything bad about the being sick in England.
You have to wait a long time for let's say you need to go see a doctor about, I don't know, you have pain on your side. In America, you can go to a doctor and say, hey, I got pain on my left hand side. They'll schedule you with a specialist, and you'll be able to go get a scan. They'll talk you through it and whatever. Yeah, sure, you're gonna have to pay for it if you don't have insurance, but at least you'll get it right away. In the UK, you actually have to wait for that stuff. Same thing in Canada.
And you have to over here, you have to wait weeks and months to just get a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, but NHS covers emergency visits, right? So if you can't get to a doctor,
right? But can you imagine living with, let's say, let's do something simple. Like say you have a broken tooth in your mouth, right? I don't want to wait 4 or 5 months or 2-3 months to go to see a dentist to get that fixed. Sure, it's not an emergency, but I'm going to feel that shit every day.
I'm just curious if the wait is really that long for stuff like that.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, the wait is long. The wait is very long. My brother lives in Sweden and took 1.5 years to determine whether or not my niece has cystic fibrosis. Because there's been cases of it. There was a man in Wales who died because the ambulance took too long to get to him. And there was a little girl in Glasgow who she had like a slit right through her face, right through her cheek. She had to sit there in A&E. She had to sit there in A&E for 5 hours waiting to get treated.
Look, I'm not saying the United States have to have the best freaking system, but we have the best medicine. That's the thing. We don't have the best system, sure, but we have the best medicine because our government doesn't run that shit. If I were to fall down and have my knee split open, I can go to a emergency room or whatever, doctor care, and get my knee stitched up, and they will give me crutches. Sure, if I have insurance, I barely pay anything, but if I didn't, I would pay like a grand or whatever. However, it's right away. Even though it's not life threatening, I get it right away. In the UK, I probably have to wait about a couple hours just to get a doctor because I'm not the one dying right there.
Yeah, the problem with the US isn't the price, isn't the care itself, it's the price of it. That's the problem. It's expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
6 weeks for an urgent doctor's appointment. Last time I went, my body had fought the infection in half the time.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the reason why a lot of Americans don't want fucking the UK or Canadian health system, is because we don't want to wait forever because you are short on doctors or short on money because the NHS or the Canadian health system restricts how much money a doctor can even earn and that disincentivizes people becoming doctors. That's one of the biggest reason the NHS health system suck, and so the Canadian health system suck is because they put limits on how much a doctor can make. In America, you don't have that. A doctor can make $100,000 to $200,000 to $300,000 depending on the specialty, right?
Mm-hmm.
and they get paid for it, but they charge you, sure, but they're good at it, and they will give you the service right away because that way they can get their money. In the NHS, you have to go through bureaucratic paperwork to get paid.
Yeah.
So they salary cap all the doctors?
They do that in Canada, and they do that in the UK, the NHS.
Because it's funded, they can't afford to like.
I know they do that in France.
Yeah, that's why some people like the funny. This is I'll make you laugh. I think a couple of years ago, I forgot the exact person, but one of the ministers in Canada had some kind of serious health problem. Right? They came to the United States to get fucking surgery because, because they had to wait in Canada. So I think it happened about a few country official, because even though you're gonna have to pay in the United States, you'll get it right away.
Yeah, he probably ended up with like over $100,000 bill though.
Right, but I mean that's the thing. That whole pricing needs to be figured out. But
that's pretty much what's killing this household right now is medical bills. But
right.
My stepfather's getting what he needs when he needs it, and not 5 months from now when who knows.
That's bullshit. That's the only debt you can't. Like certain debts will drop off your credit after 7 years. Medical debts don't.
Well, the biggest problem with the price we have in the United States is government has regulated the living shit out of it in terms of pricing. That, let's say, okay, in Utah right now, I don't know Utah, in Arizona right now, you can get, like, let's say your health insurance for $25 a month, right? But in let's say, I don't know, California, it's $100 a month, right? You can't go to Arizona and like, hey, your company is based in Arizona. I want to buy the health insurance from this company in Arizona, which is cheaper than the one I have in California. So, and it's more than $100. A health insurance for like a family is probably like $500 to $800, right, a month. But let's say that same plan from a company in Arizona is about $200. That's a $600 saving, right? You can't do that because the federal government has restricted YouTube's ability to do that. So
NHS sucks, in my opinion. US healthcare sounds great. If you can afford it, we need some middle ground. Yep. Because of the government agencies we have in place, we regulate medicine, not the treatment.
Yeah. The number one thing in the United States is the paperwork and the regulations of where they can and cannot set up health insurance and what they can and cannot cover. Right? If I was somebody in my 20s, right, I don't care about going to a doctor about a flu, whatever, right? But let me buy like a catastrophic health insurance for like $25 a month, whatever, right? So if I were to get in a motorcycle accident, I would be covered fully. But instead, they force 25-year-old to buy the full coverage, which costs way too much. So they don't buy it. And then when they get hurt, they're not covered. And that bill becomes a neck around a rope around their neck. So it's literally, if we can solve this by just getting the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. Here's the thing. That Obamacare that should have been free for my caretaker, we looked into signing up for it, and neither me nor him could figure out the damn website.
Yeah. That thing fucked a lot of people over, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
A few was it tens of thousands of people lost their health insurance that they liked. And Obama said that if you like your health insurance, you give it to keep it. You weren't able to keep it because some of those insurance plans only cover certain things, which is what somebody like young people would want, right? Like, let's say if I'm in my 20s again, right? Yeah, okay. If something happened to me, catastrophic, and maybe a checkup once a year, I'll pay for that, right? $35 a month or $25 a month, whatever. And instead, in Obamacare, they're like, "Oh, that plan that you like, you don't like it. It's not up to snuff per the government. So you're gonna have to buy this $127 a month plan."
And that's a really low price there. I was paying $300 a month for a plan that was supposed to cover everything. It still wasn't covering shit. I was getting ass blasted by bills.
And
Yeah,
then the thing was, if you couldn't afford that insurance, they turned around and, well, you didn't have insurance, so we're going to fine you.
yeah.
Like,
Well,
Yeah, that's
I'm just
absolutely terrible.
I was just throwing a number out there, but yeah, what Mandy says is right. It's like $300 didn't cover shit with Obamacare, but $300 before covered a hell of a lot more. But because of insurance company being forced to offer like packages that meet the government's quote unquote standard, they basically charge whatever the hell they feel like it.
Yeah.
That I'm
That's why I like the idea of the system they've got in the UK because
yeah, but like I said, the system in the UK comes with the whole you got to wait, and doctors are limited, so they have no incentives to become fucking doctors in the UK.
Yeah,
And the thing is, the NHS is also very, very wasteful as well. They don't. It's not because it's a government, because it's nationalised, and it's not anything. It is wasteful, very wasteful.
Yeah,
not only it costs more money.
Anything any government in the world has ever touched has become wasteful. You don't realize how much government bureaucracy adds to the total price of anything you own or have to pay. Like if in the United States, if we were to get rid of the IRS and have a single flat tax and don't have to pay all those people to do tax audit and all that stuff, we would save billions, tens of billions of dollars without having to hire all those people to do the auditing, all the tax stuff. We would save billions on just not having the person fucking being there, and the government will still get their money, but they don't want to do that because bureaucracy creates job for the fucking idiots who can't get jobs.
There was one stream I used to watch, Direwolf Radio. The main one, Direwolf, was in the military, and he was complaining about 45-cent washer that he could easily go to the local hardware store and get. He'd have to get through the government contractors, and it was like $4,000 per washer. Like, just wasting money.
Here's another thing as well. Like, remember the VA in America? Apparently, they offer like free healthcare, don't they? And apparently, it sucks. It's according to like.
Oh yeah.
You're both in the military. Like, they say it sucks. They make up all these alphabet agencies. The honest thing because they make people believe they can also make it complicated for that exact reason. They also they work on a government time, always day and a dollar short. Yeah, you won't have to go and get the same subsidies next year. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. That's the problem with systems. I used to I don't know. Anyone else talking right now? Hello?
doesn't NHS cover like nose jobs and stuff like that?
I don't know, but I think I'm actually gonna duck out and hit the hay.
Yeah, I think I'm heading this actually. I've been going for almost 4 hours.
All right.
So the most fun game circle tomorrow,
Yeah,
almost daily task camp. And it's been fun than anything to show.
Tomorrow is moved back to 1 p.m. Eastern for it's Visceral Cleanups crew and chat, where basically Visceral Cleanup crew will be on the screen, and I'm hoping for at least a few people to be in the background just talking shit.
Yeah, I'll probably join that at some point from around. So 1 PM reset night, so that'll be 6 o'clock my time.
+5, yeah.
Anyway, anyone else got anything to show?
Yeah, we're selling Scotty used underpants on eBay. I don't have the link. Cryptic can give it to you though.
Okay. Alright, so what's in this stupidly long stream again? Thank you very much. Probably going to be a stream same time tomorrow, so thanks for the all bunch of cunts. Goodbye.
Send me nudes.
No.
Yeah,